I'm gonna adjust the thing so that you can see their full everything. How's that? How you like me now?
I think that
yeah.
if nobody like
Why did you shut down? Okay.
the treadmill, you know?
Yeah, you want to make sure this is on?
I already did.
Ooh, snazzy.
The treadmill, you know?
Yeah, just unplug that and replug that back in just to make sure. So the treadmill, I know. What about it?
That I'm gonna keep it listed and probably relist it in January when people make new resolutions.
That is smart.
But if we could get this room downstairs, then maybe we could move the treadmill in here so that we could have that space empty in the bedroom.
Okay. All right. Stream announcement. Hey, what's up? What up? Everyone. Rob and Dan are live. One day, baby, we'll have somebody employed to do all this stuff for us. It'll be majestical. It'll be majestical.
Your mom asked my mom to bring a salad for the barbecue next weekend.
Okay.
And my mom was like, a garden salad or like potato salad? And your mom said, whatever you want.
Okay.
And I'm really hoping my mom doesn't make macaroni and potato salad because hers suck.
Wow, that's mean.
I was gonna say it in the message, but then I would think that your mom would think that that would be too mean. You know?
She might. My mom might think that's a little mean.
Yeah.
You might be like, Robin, why are you being so rude to your mother?
But I want to text my mother and be like, please do not make macaroni salad. I hate it.
Yeah, tell her that.
It's so disgusting.
Thank you. I think it's supposed
just
to
hers though. I love macaroni salad, just
Yeah.
not my mother's.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I think it's Mason, MVSON for the small for the parasocial baddie for this membership. I'm so used to mine. Thank you so much. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Bob, I commented here a month ago when I lost my job. I wanted to let you know that I got a new job and it's way better. Thank you, Rob and Dan, for the advice. Hope you're having a great day. Oh, that's awesome. That's fantastic. Very good.
Can you show me?
Can you Among Us?
And look at that horrible thing on the left screen.
Me?
Look at the left screen. It just looks terrible.
Oh, I see, because I'm looking at that paused version of the stream. Yeah, sure. How's everybody doing today? What do you want to make our opening segment, by the way? It's Mason. Okay, that's what I thought, but it's a V. So I'm like, Moosin? Moosin?
Bless.
Agabagool. What did I even name the stream? I don't even remember. The Facebook thing? Oh, the 8 passengers thing. And then, I think it's The Rock.
What's happening?
You look beautiful, baby. How's everybody doing? I see people are talking about EDP and Jitty, and that's something that would be for my stream.
What's that?
Oh. Not a good guy, but that's something for my stream. How's everybody doing today? We're back on another wonderful day. Papa, you always make fun of kids with anime PFPs, and I want to let you know that I'm 25, so fight me. Dude, anime PFPs are lame.
Yeah. I was like 25, but you still have anime thing.
I'm one to talk. So I got the whole row of Funko Pops. So.
Yeah.
You love the content of my wife. Thank you. Oh, went to Spirit Halloween yesterday. Are those open? Are you excited about that? Yeah.
And my mom, can I tell you what's so funny?
Yeah, go ahead.
One of the doctors my mom works with, you know that mall that we like going out to out there?
Yeah. For sure.
My mom said that one of the doctors told her that there's a new, like, really, like, Halloween-y store there. And I was like, Spirit Halloween?
What'd your mother say?
And she was like, oh, yeah. She didn't say like what the name of the store was. And it's like, what, do you live under a rock?
Yeah, I guess
Never
so.
seen a Spirit Halloween before?
Yeah.
They have a whole, guess what they have at Spirit Halloween now, though?
What's that?
Guess. Your favorite thing.
Loungeflies?
Yeah.
Wow. Big news, guys. Big news. Loungeflies are now at Spirit Halloween.
Special ones just for Spirit Halloween.
Well, you know,
can
now...
Even see that
now
my shirt says wifey on it because I have such long hair.
You're fine. You can go see it. Well, now we've been taking it a little easier financially because student loans are coming up.
I had to put in another like $50 Amazon order today.
That's fine. I've been chilling on it.
You know what pissed me off though?
What's that?
I was buying the cable for the laptop fan.
fantastic.
And it was twice as much money for a 1.5 foot one as it was for a 3 foot one.
Oh, you just get the 3 foot one?
No.
Why? All right, whatever.
Because we don't need that much. It was only $5. The 3 foot one was $2.50.
That's interesting. Okay, well that's fine. You know, I guess there's more demand for smaller things. That's why I'm so high demand. No, we haven't watched a new One Piece, but I think it's time for us.
Listen, that's only my... What is PFP? What does that stand for? That's only my profile picture because of him, all right?
What are you talking about?
On my YouTube.
Our
what
YouTube?
The picture? No. My YouTube. What my picture is.
Oh, the My Hero thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was cool. Just cleaning my glasses. Live action One Piece. Yeah, I've been thinking about the live action One Piece. Is it full of 1,000 filler episodes that make it impossible for somebody with a life to watch?
That shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, she burned me. We're gonna start this podcast. Are you ready for it?
Tell me when you're ready. I'll start it.
My glasses are just a mess. I gotta get like brand new glasses. I've had these for like 5 years.
Yeah, you've been saying that for
and my
like
eyes haven't
5
changed.
years.
They're good. The last time I went to the dentist, the eye dentist, they said that
You're
glasses were
so
fine.
dumb. I don't like the way I look today, honestly.
I like the way you look today. You look pretty good.
I feel like it's ruining a whole episode for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where did all the tissues go, babe? That you brought in here? Are those lotion?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Are you pushing me out of the way? Like you were pushing me yesterday? Out of bed? Knocking me out of bed with your butt?
Well, you left.
You knocked me out of bed with your butt.
Goodbye.
It's not nice. That's not very nice. It's actually nice sleeping by myself sometimes. Not often. I
had the whole bed to myself.
Yeah, I like
night.
sleeping with you most of the time.
I was spread out.
Yeah. But sometimes it's nice to just sleep alone.
Yeah, I like taking, because you know how I like to sleep. I like to sleep corner to corner.
It's like an every once in a while thing. We haven't slept alone in like a couple of years, though.
I've been sleeping alone basically like every night.
So
our sleeping schedules are opposite right now.
Yeah, I have a lot of work to do. Anyway, guys.
Ready?
Let's start.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Rob and Dan. This is the best Sunday so far because it's a 3-day weekend. It's September.
Well, it was a 4-day weekend. You were off Friday as well.
Well, so that doesn't count. And now you ruined my spiel. Welcome back, everybody.
I'm sorry.
How are you doing this week?
I didn't know that I just took the wind out of you with that one.
You did. You completely ruined what I was going to say.
We went to a nice restaurant, though, on Friday after a doctor appointment.
Where did we go?
Soul Bowl or something, right?
Oh, we went to Soul Brew.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it.
We got breakfast.
Yeah, they did a good job. I got like a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and they make an omelette-ish kind of a thing. And it's gooey and cheesy, and the fries were excellent. And they gave you a bottle of warm water, which I actually kind of liked.
There's 71 days till our Disney trip.
We got we got to start making more money. Give us your money. Don't do it.
My Grammy is
the memberships are $2 if you guys are interested.
My Grammy's turning 80 on the 6th, so we're having a birthday party for tomorrow.
Oh, my Lord. I know. It's so sad that I wasn't invited.
And...
Too bad I can't come.
What?
What? I'm not invited. I can't go. What?
All right, you don't have to come.
I'm kidding. I'm going to go say hi to your grandmother. But
everybody will say, where's Dan? And I'll say, oh, he didn't want to come. That's what I'll do.
She would be upset.
She would be. She likes you, actually.
She does like me a lot more than you. Just kidding.
So I'm going to give you the opportunity before we get into our lineup for today to tell a story about Thursday night. So this week I've done a really good job cooking dinner, and I've made really good things for dinner this week.
Yeah.
So on Thursday, I had the work week was just a lot, and then I had the doctor on Friday, so I just didn't feel like cooking. So I asked if we could go out to eat Thursday night. So we went to this buffet that we never go to.
Oh my God.
Because it's ghetto.
And
also
it's a little trashy at that buffet.
Because the last time we went, which was like years ago, like it gave us instant diarrhea. Like we went to walk around to Walmart after, and like we had to
run
go
home.
and like at that point in our relationship, he wasn't pooping at my house yet, and that night he pooped here.
What a beautiful moment, though. The first poop.
Yeah,
I love you.
I love you too.
So beautiful.
So
anyway, you want to keep going? Or you want me to keep
going? You can tell the story now.
Okay, so we went into the buffet because we were like, let's try something a little different. We haven't been there in years. We go into the buffet. We walk around. The food choice was terrible. I thought it was pretty horrible.
Oh, the food choice was so bad that my first plate was a slice of pizza, 3 cheese wontons, and 2 chicken nuggets.
Yeah, I
was not having anything else.
I experimented with a few different things. It wasn't after a minute, I was like, okay, it's not that bad. We sat down, we ate our first plate, not a big deal. It was like, okay. So then we went up and did like a hibachi station, which was really nice. The guy was really nice.
Yeah, because also like if there wasn't that, I wouldn't have eaten anything else, which would have been annoying just because you're paying buffet prices, you know?
Yeah, so we went and we got hibachi. It wasn't too bad. We got noodles, shrimp, chicken, teriyaki sauce, broccoli. Beautiful stuff. Makes it. Everything's good. We sit down at the table. We're eating. It was pretty good. I was enjoying myself.
Oh, we were having a good time. Yeah.
We were actually enjoying it. We were okay. Yeah. We were enjoying ourselves. We were having a good time. And all of a sudden,
and then
what?
So I'll tell you my perspective because I think I started. I hear there's a couple next to us. And out of the corner of my eye, I see something like fly on the floor, and this girl goes, "What the hell is that?" So, like, from what I saw at the corner of my eye, I thought she was being silly because she dropped like cake or whatever.
Yeah.
So I turn and look, and then he turns and looks too.
I was confused. I was confused. I was just looking. Like I didn't process what had happened. The ceiling tile got so wet and soggy and moldy that it crumbled down onto the table
on this girl
in this like black mold mush of a ceiling tile right onto their table, and I was confused. I was like, what is that? I thought it was cake too.
Well, I was looking, I was like, wait, because it was on the floor. I was like, whatever. But then it was on the table. It was like on the bench, like on her lap. And then they started looking up and I was like, oh my goodness, it's the ceiling.
It was horrible. And then I looked up and let's say 80% of the ceiling tiles looked just like
they
that.
Were all like soaked and like is the word bellowed?
They were bellowed. My work beveled in. Like they looked like they were about to fall. Like they looked like this. And I was like, oh my god, we're sitting there eating. I started eating faster. I was like, I want to get out of here. It was horrible.
That couple got up and left.
Yeah,
they're like,
I hope they
your
didn't
ceiling
pay.
just fell, and the lady that works at the restaurant was like, oh, and she went and got somebody.
They never cleaned it up.
They never cleaned it up.
They never cleaned it up. They just left this. What I would assume is just asbestos mold, fiberglass.
That's what I said. Asbestos.
I'm like, what the fuck? And it's just disgusting. And I'm like, okay, so we finished eating. We didn't have dessert there. She actually took a couple of cookies to go, like a couple of rainbow cookies to go. And I usually feel bad about that, but they're terrible. We're just sitting there though. We didn't get a refill. They weren't like taking our plate. They took our plates once, but we didn't get like a refill.
Yeah, but he didn't take mine. Remember?
Yeah, he took my plate and then left her plate at the table for some reason. He just kept walking. They didn't give us the check. They didn't give us a refill on our food. So I was kind of pissed. So anyway, I was like, okay, maybe we pay at the front. We get up to go to the front to pay, and the woman's chasing us like, no, you have to pay.
Like, are you done?
Like, well, you didn't come by. This restaurant is not very big. You didn't see we're done? What are you doing? I'm just sitting there with my wallet on the table, because that's my indicator. Wallet on the table, card on top of the wallet. That's my indicator that I'm ready to go. Like, that's pretty good. Instead of going, excuse me, like, I'm not rude. So I was like, okay, we paid. I did tip the girl a 10% tip. It was like, wow, I was like $44. I gave her $4. And I'm like, we're just never going to go back there again.
No. And before we even went into the restaurant.
Oh, my God. My wife was on fire. It was a series of events.
We were walking, and this is the thing. This buffet is in a parking lot that is surrounded by abandoned stores.
Yeah.
Okay? If you're not a Long Island local, you should know that basically every shopping center is like empty. Yeah. So this one is like every other one, and there's like nothing around it. So the parking lots are like empty, except for like the 7 cars of people at the buffet. So we're walking, and this guy who has a car that I think is supposed to be nice, but it's just like regular.
It's a Mustang, but it's like an old one, but it's not like a nice old one. It's like hey, I'm 22 years old, and like I say I want to have a racing car. That's the car that he had.
So he starts backing out, and he like almost hits us, like legitimately. Like, was not looking. So what did I do?
So
I bent down and looked into his window and started yelling at him and cursing him out.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing that you said is that this guy did everything he did not to look me in the eye. Because he just continued like backing up.
Well, he backed up in a little more of a hurry. We weren't behind him at that point. We were at the side of him.
Yeah, he backed up his window.
And she's like, does this guy even know that I did this thing? And I'm like, he knows. Like he's intentionally looking every other direction but there, because he knows, and he's trying to get out of there in a hurry. And she was just bitching him out, and I sat there and I didn't do anything, because here's the thing: my wife's taking care of it. But if he had decided to roll the window down and escalate, I would have stepped in. But I'm like, my wife's got it. I don't feel like caring. So,
but yeah, so
should have been a bad omen.
Firecracker.
Should have been a bad omen. Should have been like an omen for us to realize, like, oh, this is going to be a little suspicious, like a character from Among Us.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was our experience there. But it was still fun. It was terrible. The food wasn't. It was okay, but it's just crazy. But then the next night we came home and we actually made our own little hibachi. It was really good.
The food that I made was it was excellent. Good. He said that my dinner that I made was so good he wanted to smoke a cigarette after. That's how good the food was. It was good. We should make that again. Oh, my mom wants some of those noodles.
Yeah, that's fine. We have a lot of them. They were like whole grain rice noodles or
rice noodles? They're brown rice millet. I don't know what millet is.
I don't know. Maybe it's bugs. Maybe it's made of bugs. Anyway, get your earbuds on because we're rolling into the rolling into the first segment. We're rolling
into the fourth segment.
The fourth.
My little on my dad's side, all of my cousins, like my baby cousins, when they were little, I guess it's a speech impediment. The WR things.
Sure.
So all of them would call me Waba Maui, and it's so cute.
Very funny. Very funny. All right. This segment. Guys, this segment's going to be a doozy. So the other day, I was casually scrolling through TikTok, which is my job, because that's how I find all these wonderful segments for you guys. Okay, it's TikTok. And then people send me stuff because I'm lazy. But I came across, I did this one all by myself. I found this one. Anyway, it's The Rock and Oprah. And this isn't the main video from The Rock and Oprah. I have to find it. I'm going to find it real quick. You're not even going to know I'm looking for it. But basically, they are...
Oh, man, y'all dumbasses fell for... Oh, man, y'all...
Look at all those.
Y'all dumbasses...
Sorry, the wrong video.
It was a dumpster full of raccoons. There's 30 in there.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, Oprah and The Rock made this video here asking for money for Hawaii, right? My understanding, there was wildfires there, right?
I don't know exactly what happened, but I believe it's the island of Maui. I'm not very educated, but it legit was horribly on fire. A bunch of locals were in the water trying to stay safe. And something else I heard that I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is, it's terrible, is that day for some reason there was no school.
Okay.
They canceled school or something.
Yeah.
So all basically a bunch of kids were home without their families.
Yeah, my understanding was, and this might have been a little old, that there was fires in the mountains, and then they have a tsunami alert, and people were criticizing somebody that was why didn't you put the tsunami alert or whatever on? And he's because people run to the mountains when that alert goes, so we couldn't do it, or else we would, because that's what they think it is. It's not an emergency alert, it's a tsunami alert or something like that.
Interesting.
This was from a while ago, so correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is that. So it just hit. It was horrible, and so The Rock and Oprah, they made this video and they wanted to raise money for a Maui fund, which my understanding from what I looked into is apparently some kind of a UBI, a certain amount of money per month for everybody there to help them reestablish. And I like that idea. That's my understanding. I did a quick little article search on this beforehand. But when I watched this, I had the same thing as this first person. These are billionaires asking for money. Oprah's worth $2.5 billion. and The Rock is worth $800 million, and they're asking for money, which makes sense, and they donated $10 million between the two of them, which is like what? Which is like nothing.
What is like million compared to billion?
A billion is 1,000 millions.
We got to go down to like a scale. Is it like 1 to 100? Like 1
to 1,000.
dot.
1 million is 1,000. 1 billion is 1,000 millions.
There's too many ones and zeros.
$1 million is $1,000.
Just move on. I'm getting lost.
Basically, the point is, this guy's worth $800 million. This other one's $2.5 billion. We're talking about these people make like over 1,000. They have over like 1,000 times more money than they're asking for, and they're donating. And my understanding, from what I looked into, they're not even donating $10 million. They're promising $10 million, and apparently your donations accumulate up to the promise. So they're promising that they're deliver on $10 million to Hawaii or Maui. That's in Hawaii, right?
Yes.
So if you give $5 million altogether, they're just gonna match that. So it's like, dude, I think Oprah like has a house there, bro.
I think they both do. I think that's why.
Yeah, it's so sad because we just watched Moana. Now we have to unwatch it because we don't like The Rock right now. So that's what people are upset about. Let's watch it.
We were so concerned about what was happening in Maui that we were texting back and forth.
Oh my God, texting.
And I read this article that Dolly Parton had given money in her community. And I said, I think this is the answer. You said...
You think he's breaking her out?
No.
Just the way that he's holding her shoulder.
No.
Okay.
I think that's the answer.
I said I love it.
And so we have created the People's Fund of Maui that will put money directly in the hands of the people who need it right now.
Yeah.
So if you send a donation, just click where you see below and send a donation. That money is going to go to one of many residents who have been displaced in Maui. We guarantee.
That's right. And I know a lot of people out there, as Oprah and I have been finding, are just having a hard time trusting where the money goes. What organizations should I send money to? How can I help?
Yeah. Well, I can't trust their infrastructure because they can't even get a good fucking mic, you know?
In this case, the fund that we created with a lot of hard work from a lot of hardworking people who all care about these people of Maui, as Oprah was saying, it is a clean, direct from you directly to their hands and right away with some real immediacy, because as we're finding, as you guys around the world know, with disasters like this, the number one need is money.
Is money.
Yeah, and I do like that one aspect of this. I like the aspect that they're just giving people money instead of like necessarily resources. You know, for me, and I don't think resources are bad, but I think that like the micromanagement aspect, it almost gets in the way. It's like instead of here's $1,000, it's like, okay, here's water, so we have to hire people to deliver the water and we have to do this. I feel like it's just easier to just give people money so that they can decide, what do I need to use this for?
Yeah.
I need to use this for water. I need to use this for food. I need to use this for fixing my this or my car or my. I like that idea, fundamentally speaking. So I like the concept. I just feel like, bro, donate more money. This is your home, and you're like, oh, here's like a 1/100% of my net worth. It's like, what the fuck, you know?
Is money.
In hand.
And so people being able to have their own agency, being able to make decisions for themselves about what they need and what their family needs, that's our goal, is to get that to the people now. And so we appreciate any support that you can give. All the people who were calling me and texting me and messaging me and saying, what do I do? What do I do? This is what you do.
You know.
The People's Fund of Maui. We were so concerned about what
All right. I don't know what you have. What do you think about that?
was happening.
This is what I think about it. Is that we all know that all these rich and famous people have more money than they deserve, and they should be donating more than they are.
Yeah, I agree.
In fact, like, they honestly shouldn't even have to ask civilians for money. Like, money they donate on their own would cover a good amount.
Absolutely. I'm fine with a fund,
but like I'm not gonna
was
cry about Oprah and The Rock donating money because like whatever.
Yeah, I
like,
get
oh, they're pieces of shit. Who knew? Like, there's no reason why they have as much money as they do.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm not giving my money away. So, like, they're not giving theirs away either, you know?
I guess. Here's the thing. Well, here's the thing. Because if it was our community, I would probably want to give
Oh, yeah.
money.
I've done so much. I always joke, but, like, Hurricane Sandy is what got me my scholarships, got me a computer for college, and really got me the experience to I guess put on my resume or whatever you would call it, because I did so much volunteering during Sandy, and that's what really started. I've done tons of collecting resources for Flint, Michigan, for, I don't even remember what hurricane or whatever it was, but there was a big storm in Puerto Rico a few years ago.
Yeah.
Every year I would do stuff. I don't even know what the organization is, but on Long Island we would put together backpacks full of school supplies for kids that, like, for underprivileged, whatever that word is. Say it for me.
Underprivileged kids.
There we go. Like, I've always done volunteer work.
Yeah. My thing is that, like, you know, let's say, I don't know what the average American's net worth is, but, like, they're, like, probably easily at least 1,000 to 10,000 times more rich than the average person. I don't think that's that might even be underselling it.
Yeah.
And they're saying donate. And so, like, your $10 is equivalent to, like, their $10,000. You know, I just feel like it's just not enough, especially with diminishing returns. Like, they have all their basic needs met. They're creating this network. They're giving almost nothing of themselves. Like, it's not, like, what's the sacrifice if you're just giving nothing? Like, you're giving, like, nothing. You're not an average everyday person. You've already have all your basic needs met. You don't need all the money that you have. You can give more. And then to ask people, I just feel like it's shitty to be like, we're gonna give some. Like, it's dumb to me. Like, you're not really giving anything.
No, and that's what I said. That's why, like,
you're gonna write it off anyway.
Yeah, and like I'm not sweating it because like whatever. Like, everybody should really contribute something to help out people in the world, you know?
Yeah.
And so, like, again, like, civilians, I'll call them, sending money is not a bad thing.
Peasants. Just kidding.
It's just like Oprah and The Rock and all the other famous people are shitty.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, and I think that and they probably feel really good about. Oh, we just ask people to give money they don't have.
And I don't think that it's personal of them.
No,
I think it's just the system.
Yeah, and they're disconnected.
And that's what the problem is.
Well, I think back in the day, everybody used to get jerked off. Like, oh, you donated money? Like, wow, so selfless. But it's like, no, it's not. You get a tax break, and then people like them more, which just adds more power to their name.
Well, that's what, like, that's like sororities and fraternities.
Yeah.
Oh, it's about philanthropy. No, it's about having a house to get drunk at and to be cool at school.
And then just do something that makes you look good. Oh, yeah, we donate, you know?
Like, oh, you volunteer stuff? No, we all know that people in the sororities are, like, the bitchiest bitches ever. Like,
and you know, and listen, none of us do anything selfless without something that we get in return in some capacity. You know, when I do nice things, like, it's because it makes me feel nice. I have never given them $10 million. But, I mean, I feel like there's got to be a proportionality here. I don't know. This is apparently a representative that Chris has Oprah, and we're just going to watch it real quick, okay?
Oprah could come in. Who is she? Who is she?
Hearing what the locals are saying during Maui City Council?
We couldn't even have our pastor come in and ask us if we need prayer in the very beginning, but Oprah could come in. Who is she? Who is she?
I guess she's fucking God. I don't know.
They said, oh, she knows the
You know what Ariana said, though? God is a woman.
governor. We didn't need her in there in Bowen High. Get her out.
With the tragic
Oh, yeah, I guess she was on the ground helping a little bit, but that's like for pictures, too.
yeah.
I'm going to go out there. I'm going to help. I'm wearing a really nice outfit. Guys. I'm going to go and get in the stuff. Listen, if I'm going to help something, I'm wearing my worst outfit, and I'm not showering beforehand. I'm going to shower because I need to feel better. I'm going to shower before and after. But you think I'm wearing a nice outfit with a summer hat on? No, I'm not going to shave my head because I'm going to burn. I'm going to have lotion all over my body with a hat on. I'm going to be wearing my worst attire because I'm just digging through stuff to try to help. She's there for pictures, too. That's the thing, but we've all, like, let it happen. We're all just like, oh, my God, she's there. You're wearing
Well, that's the
white.
thing. That's why I'm not putting, like, I don't have any energy about this. Because, like, yeah, like, locals, like, be mad.
Yeah.
I would be too.
Yeah, bro. She's wearing white to something where she's trying to clean things up. That just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to get dirty. This makes no sense.
Get her in there, in Bowen High. Get her out.
With the tragic events that happened in the Hawaii fires, these residents were there, attended the Maui City Council to voice their voices and share their frustrations.
Nobody called us. Our phones didn't work from 5 in the morning. The fire was not 10 o'clock when I went to work. The fire was still there. There was no water. Tell me if that's not coincidence. No water, no warning.
This woman stated that they couldn't watch the news due to power loss. The residents were understandably frustrated at the city council.
Everything beyond the Civic Center is there, but the homes where we were working, where we're spraying.
Their homes are gone and they lost many loved ones. Our prayers goes out to them.
Oprah could come in.
Yeah. So
who is she?
I thought that was a nice little end to the segment. End scene. You know. Maybe she had a lot of clothes and don't mind them getting a little messy. I don't know, bro. I don't know. A lot. We'd have to be very charitable to these silly gooses. What's up, baby?
Nothing.
You look cute.
I don't, but thank you.
I think you look cute.
I'm not feeling it today.
I'm feeling you today.
Not until you shower.
Oh. Okay. I'll shower after this. What are we having for dinner, though?
I don't know. We should cook.
Kisses on the lips.
Beautiful dinner. Want?
Beautiful dinner for the husband with the kiss on the lips. Got a kiss on the lips from my wife. Woo.
I showered right before this, so my hair is flat and I have no bra on, so my boobies are boobieing.
Very nice. All right, guys. So 8 passengers time. People had asked me to. Apparently, the mom got arrested. You actually told me about this. You were like, "Yo, did you know the mom got arrested?"
I feel like we either watched some of her stuff as husband and wife or on stream.
I watched something on stream, like exposing them a while ago on my channel, and you watched part of it because you were yelling at me because like I didn't catch something and I was being stupid. It was like she's like, "Oh, something about how she has her kids make their own breakfast or their own school lunch, and if they don't make it and pack it, then they go to school hungry." And I was like, well, that doesn't sound so bad because I'm thinking the kid's 14 and the kid's like, hey, listen, pack your own lunch, you're 14, you're old enough. Kid was like 4.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And then you were like, no, the kid's 4, the kids shouldn't be making their own lunch at 4. I mean, you could help your kid, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Hey, let's make lunch together, and then you have a little fun with it. And I was like, oh, oops. And so she's horrible from what I remember. We're gonna watch a few short little videos that are talking about they're very short. They're like, but she was horrible. I think that she would force her kids to sleep outside sometimes. She would take their beds away. Mm-hmm. She was a real piece of work. And so she got arrested for, I think, something along the lines of some kind of child endangerment recently. And good. Also, I think that she's very religious. Which is very surprising to me.
I know. They're like the best people.
Usually religious people are the best parents. They are very open with their kids. They talk very understanding. They're very good with their kid comes out and they're like, "Oh, mom, dad, I'm gay." They're very
accepting any differences.
They accept every difference. I'm so surprised. So this is
you can't keep it going for nothing. You always have to giggle.
What are you talking about? I love religion. It's incredible stuff. I will say that, and we're going to talk about this later, the Pope condemned American religion. So we'll talk about that later, but let's see how that's going. Ruby Frank gained millions of followers by sharing pictures and videos of her 6 children. Beautiful stuff. She posted intimate details of their lives on Instagram. I'm just reading it to you guys. I don't even think we need the music, to be honest with you. And dished out parenting advice with her husband on their popular YouTube channel, 8 Passengers. Incredible stuff. Wow. Look at them. Oh, now we got to turn it back on. Look at this. Here we go.
Eve did not pack a lunch today, and can I bring a lunch over to the school? So the natural outcome is she's just going to need to be hungry. Hopefully nobody gives her food and nobody steps in and gives her a lunch.
Yeah. Why? Hopefully no one feeds my child. Whew. I mean, you're literally growing at 4 years old. You need to eat. Now Frankie's facing child abuse charges. She was arrested in Utah along with her business partner Jody. So I don't remember all the specifics, but there was like this weird like cult thing going on, and they were part of it.
Like that, not Mormonism?
I think it might have been. I don't remember the specifics. I'm not like super educated on all the specifics of this. She's a therapist.
Anger. And I've shared with Ruby numerous times that anger is actually...
Yeah, so this is what it says. It says the pair created a new channel, Connections, described by some viewers as an abusive cult, which might be sensationalized.
How did you read that?
What do you mean? It's right in the bottom.
I was just sitting here like, what does that say?
I'm reading it. What are you talking about? I'm a really good reader.
I saw Coney Zions.
No, Connections. That's the X. Coney Zions. Okay. Incredible.
Actually, one of my most favorite emotions. When I first started getting to know you, she's like, anger is my favorite emotion. I'm like, I don't know what I'm dealing with here.
Police say a child climbed out of a window at somebody's home on August 30th.
Somebody.
Listen.
You could get Connections.
How do you spell that?
Hildebrandt.
Oh. I love it. The child ran to a neighbor's house for help, asking for food and water. Damn. The neighbor noticed duct tape marks on the child's wrists and ankles. Jesus Christ. The child and a second found in the home were treated for severe wounds and malnourishment. That's crazy. Our kids are not going to be malnourished.
No.
They'll be nourished plenty.
I was going to make a joke, but I was going to say we'll try to. But just because I know they're going to be little chunky ones.
We're going to have little chunks here. We're getting our stuff in order. We don't want our kids to have developed too bad of an eating habits. You know, we want to make sure we do that the right way. We've already talked about how we're going to like we're going to mush our own carrots and peas and stuff and make our own baby food.
I sent you a TikTok today of how to make homemade chicken nuggets.
That's cool. Yeah, because we don't want to give our kids like a bunch of like shit, you know? Like a bunch of it's because it's salt and preservatives. It's too much. Party stated the juvenile appeared to be emaciated and malnourished with open wounds and duct tape around. Damn, man. I don't get it because like listen, if I was going to abuse my kids, I'm never going to. Why would you make them visible signs? You think you'd be smarter?
Well, it's summer break right now, so...
Yeah, but you think that they would try to hide it better. Like, my thing is like, they're not
that's what I'm saying. It's summer break right now. So during breaks is when, like, more abuse could happen because there's less...
There's less eyes on the kid.
Yeah.
That's actually really interesting. That's fucked up. So you're saying that they'll probably do a better job hiding it when they go to the school because then the teachers will ask questions, and then now they're home, they're just like, let's abuse our kids worse.
Probably.
That's fucked up. That's so sad. Damn.
Yeah, stuff is messed up.
That's fucked up.
And that's the thing, though. Like, people are always saying, like, even... I mean, I guess this doesn't really go with what I was saying, but it's not even easy to get your kids taken away. There's so many steps to so many things.
There's lots of steps. Yep. Which is, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, kids usually belong with their parents, but
yeah. And the point of the foster system is to place the child back with their parent.
I think it's 75%. Am I right about that? It's we looked at this a while ago, but the majority of kids, like, they're meant to be placed back with their parents.
The goal is to.
Yeah.
They tried their best, and like before placing with a stranger, like a foster parent,
they do family.
They try to place with a family member.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Viewers have been pushing for an arrest for years over concerning content. Outcomes of spiritual, emotional principles, patience, long suffering, and hard work. Okay. Frankie and Hildebrandt are now both in custody. Good. Frankie's oldest daughter posted a photo with the word "finally" on her Instagram during the arrest. So, like,
That's wild.
They've been waiting for it. Like, how long have they been saying, like, help us? And nobody. And they had a fucking YouTube channel. And it took this long. Because here's the thing. I think that their family YouTube channel, it's a tough one. Because I think fundamentally it's okay to make content with your kids in it. I think it's okay to have like a channel where like you feature them a little bit and like, you display your life. I don't think that there's necessarily anything wrong with that. For us, we're not doing a family channel.
No, we're not doing a family channel, and I think that it's even hard to I think it's even hard to talk about your experience as a parent. And as like I don't know if there's like parent channels, but I feel like that goes together because like sorry, I'm having a brain fart. I don't know how to express this. Like basically, like even if you're not showing your child's face, like you're still exploiting them. Like,
you think exploiting if you're having a channel about talking about being a parent?
Yeah, I think that it's hard to talk about being a parent without referencing like personal stories about your children.
Okay.
And like even if the child's face isn't shown,
I wouldn't use the word
like
exploit.
Susie at school knows that that's your mom's channel, and then now knows about everything.
Yeah,
so even if it's not like internet wide, like it still like could impact that child.
Yeah, I wouldn't use the word exploit, but I would say that it could be a breach of privacy.
What does exploit mean?
Usually the way I'm gonna just Google the literal definition, but it's usually like very negative. So the action or fact of treating somebody unfairly in order to benefit from their work. The action of making use of so I feel like there's such a stank on that. I mean, I guess you could use the word exploiting. I feel like that's harsh because people don't realize that they're doing that. But you're absolutely right. That boundary like removes privacy from your child.
Yeah, just because somebody doesn't know that they're doing something doesn't mean that that's not still like the action. Like intent matter. Like I'll tell my own story because like I don't care, I'm telling it. But like when I was younger, I don't know what words to use that won't get me in trouble.
Why?
I used to like this like
she used to engage in self-harm.
Self-harm.
That's what you're saying, yes.
And so basically
bad, guys,
my mom's someone at my mom's job, their daughter was experiencing that as well.
Right.
So my mom told me, and I don't know why the hell she told me, but she was like, oh, like I told this person about that. Like, I hope you don't mind. And not only like do I not want my mother talking about that, but the person who she told knows me.
Yeah, so it like it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, so like my point being is that even at, like family I don't know if there is like truly a healthy way to be a family channel, to be a parent talking about being a parent without negatively impacting your children. Because even in a situation like that where my mom is talking about something that she went through with me, like I felt violated. I felt embarrassed. I felt like a part of me was shared that I didn't want shared.
Okay.
And now if I interact with those people, like for me, like I think about like, they know.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I guess I didn't think of it from that perspective.
I know that doesn't really have to do with this because this woman is like an actual piece of shit.
No, but we're having a general conversation about family channel. That's interesting. I never thought about that. I think there's a way to be a parent on the internet without getting into the explicit details of your child's thing. You know, but if your channel's about being a parent, I could see how that could crumble because you're telling a very embarrassing story about your kid, especially as they get older.
Yeah, and like even in my mom's situation, like her intention was to help because, like I said, I know that person she was talking to, and I know the daughter as well, and I used to babysit the kids.
Yeah.
So like I know them and know them from like a caring perspective. So I know that my mom truly did it to be helpful, but I still was like, I don't like this.
Yeah, I was thinking like for me, I was going to say the only way I think a family channel can exist is if, the channel thing is so big because I feel like you could do TikToks. Hey, here's a silly moment that's happening because it's so brief. And that's not a big deal. I think when it comes to the whole videos, it's like you have to make sure that there's so many parameters set. One, the kid really needs to be able to give whatever the consent. Like, obviously, they're a child and they can't fully consent to, like, anything intense. But they can consent to, like, something. So if they say, I don't want to do this, you should respect that.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing. I think not sharing the likes or the views is very important to me because I think one of the most distressing parts of being a content creator is likes and views and, like, seeing ups and downs. And that's too much for a child to deal with. It's something that a lot of creators get frustrated by. It's like, oh, I just made a 1 out of 10 video. Woo! Uh-oh, this one's a 10 out of 10. And then you're sad. Because that's stressful, you know what I mean? I think that they shouldn't be able to look at the comments because, again, that's stressful. And I think that you really shouldn't be fabricating moments. Hey, react like this, do like this, do like this. But I feel like, you know, I don't think people who do family channels are like bad necessarily, but I feel like there really probably it's not a good thing, I think.
I think that the most successful ones wind up being bad people because it is successful. And once you're successful, you're trying to maintain that success.
Yes. And so it's like maybe they were good when they were building and then they plateau and they're like, we need to keep it going. And that's when you start bullying your kids for content. You know, and it seems like some of this stuff from what I remember of this 8 passengers mom it's one of the things we talk about where it's literally everything. It's like virtue bullying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm a tough mom. When my kid drops peas on the floor, I make them lick it off the dirty floor. And then I piss on it, and then I make them clean it, and then I spank it. And it's like there's almost like we're getting off to fucking punishing our kids.
Yeah.
When like you're not supposed to enjoy punishing your kids. You know?
No.
You're not. It's supposed to be something that needs to be done. You know? And it's like the problem is that it's like they want the kid to make a mistake. That's they want to harm their kid. I can't wait for you
this punishment.
Absolutely. That's like I can't wait for you to do something wrong so I can punish you. And it's like, wow. You know, and I feel like parents that brag about that shit are fucking crazy. Like I had a strict mother, but like my mother was strict, and my mother, like, you know, she did what she had to do. It was back in the day. I'm 33, so things were a little different. But my mother never wanted to punish me. Like my mother never wanted. You could tell because I did some crazy shit and I didn't get punished. My mother was just trying her best. And like we talked about this, you know, when the therapist like, you need to stop doing the XYZ, immediately stopped. And she's like, you know, because she didn't know. That's people were uneducated on how to raise kids. You know, we're all learning every day. But like there are parents that like want to hit their kids. And it's this seems like one of those she didn't make her lunch today. Oh, I can't wait.
Well, I don't know what else we're gonna watch, but like there's apparently like she gave all of her kids like a list of chores to do, and she wouldn't give them breakfast until they finished all of their chores, which doesn't make sense because you have children that need energy. So
you'd want to give them breakfast
to do things.
Yeah.
So it would make more sense for them to eat in order to complete
the task. I feel the same way. You give them the energy first, and then they go and they complete the task.
And she apparently like outwardly would talk about how much she hated her youngest 2 children.
Really?
And there was apparently I don't watch any of this content, so I don't know, but like there was a Christmas where she gave like the kids Christmas presents except for the youngest 2.
That's not true. Is that true?
I don't know.
Where'd you see that?
On a TikTok or something.
Wow, that's horrible if that is true. But you know, TikTok is the best source of information.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, like people, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it based on this person. That's disgusting. You know what I mean? You know, obviously parenting is hard. Do your job. You know what I mean? Do it. It's so I think that's pretty much the end of this video. There's a couple of other ones, like this one here.
And my kids are literally starving. I hesitate to say this because it's going to sound like I'm like a mean barbarian.
This morning, a Utah mom influencer arrested, facing 6
She looks like a
counts
bitch.
of
Like
aggravated
you can't tell me that you're surprised.
Yeah, that's fair. Yep. True.
child abuse. For the first time, we're hearing emergency responders as they see one of Ruby Frankie's children after he allegedly escaped through a window.
Female does have duct tape around each ankle. He's not telling the RP why.
That's just insane. Duct tape blows my mind. That's wild.
And said that there's sores around his wrists and ankles. He's becoming, or correction, the RP is becoming emotional regarding the child's health. I'm going to go ahead and have medical state on this one.
Arrest documents saying the child escaped to a neighbor's home. The 12-year-old child described by that neighbor in a phone call.
I think emaciated means like malnourished, like they're skinny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they're wasting away.
Yeah. Which is terrible for like a child's development. I mean, that by itself, like the reason why I'm 6'4" is because my mommy fed me. And she fed me nutritious food. Then I stopped eating nutritious.
I was gonna say that's one of the problems that my mom didn't feed me. I fed myself.
My mother would feed me. Well, I was a very active boy, so like I was always heavy, but I was always very healthy. I moved a lot. I did a lot of stuff. I am happy I didn't play football though. I hated it. I thought it was cringe.
You tried?
I tried it for one day and I hated it.
Really?
My mommy let me quit, and I'm happy because I don't want a fucking traumatic brain injury. To be honest with you.
I think football would have been terrible for you.
I think I might not want my kids to play football. If
they're not playing football. They're
baseball,
they're not
soccer.
playing anything that I don't want to watch.
Well, that's a little much. They could play baseball. They could play soccer because I think that those are less dangerous. But football, you get like a traumatic brain injury, concussions. It can ruin your life.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think that it's too much for me to say that like that they're not going to do something that I don't want to watch.
Well,
because I'm going to teach them not to like it either.
Okay, well, if
but like football, but I have a very long list of things that I do want them to actively do.
Yeah, we can push our kid in the right direction, and then if they decide they want to do like soccer or something, we let them do it.
Basketball.
They can do basketball.
Basketball's so much fun.
Yeah, that's fun. Our kids
Girls
will be
basketball
tall.
is a contact sport.
Okay, well that doesn't. Okay.
But I was gonna say, I feel like something like football or hockey like encourages anger.
Yeah, because your part of the rules are hit each other. Not hockey so much, but like it basically becomes part of that. For some reason, hockey,
Hockey's wild.
The Canadian sport is the most vicious.
That's funny.
Yeah, they're getting at everything out. Isn't that weird?
Huh. I wonder if is the Canadians teams so aggressive, or is it the American hockey teams?
I don't know. That's a good question. The Mighty Ducks, the Mighty Cucks.
Police as emaciated and malnourished with open wounds. Court documents also describing deep lacerations from being tied up with a rope.
I guess the rope is just cutting into the skin.
That's terrible.
I don't understand how. This is the thing, because like it gets more personal for us, because like we're trying to have kids, and it's like, how could you throw away that? You know what I mean? Like, how could you throw? It's unfair that like we had 8 kids, and we treat them horribly, and I just want one to treat okay. I'm not going to treat it well.
We're not going to be perfect.
No,
we're going to try.
We're going to do our best. You know what I mean? It's nothing like this is ever going to happen. It's just so horrible.
He's also saying that there's 2 of his sisters are back at the home as well.
Police say they also found Frankie's 10-year-old daughter malnourished. Frankie is known
Terrible.
for strict parenting advice to millions of TikTok and YouTube followers. The mom of 6 previously received criticism online for some parenting tactics, seen in a now deleted YouTube video saying she has kept food from her kids.
I'm not even going to let you
crazy.
eat breakfast until you get your chores done.
Experts say
My thing is like, just don't let them play video games or something. You have to eat breakfast, and then you can't play the Xbox. Very boomerish of me. Until you get your. That's something that you can restrict, and it's not bad.
Yeah.
Is it like why the fucking? Food?
Well, that's the thing, is that like nothing. Like I don't know how to describe it. I'm being silly right now. Like literal like needs, I guess.
Yeah.
Or like very like personal important things should never
on the table for punishment.
Yeah.
Food, water, shelter. I think that all those things are wrong. Like you shouldn't, because I think she also took away beds. Like that's like basic like what the fuck?
Basic necessities. There you go.
Yeah.
But I would even go, I mean, it's beyond her because obviously, but like even like if like our kid had like a favorite something, like I wouldn't be like, oh, you can't have that.
I get what you're saying, because it might just be over punishing. There's better ways to communicate. You know, for me, I slept on a mattress on the floor for years. But my mom, she would constantly buy me new box springs, and I would dive onto the beds and break them. And I broke so many. She's like, I just can't afford to keep buying new box springs. And I was like, I'll just sleep on the floor. And I actually liked it.
I slept on the floor for years too, but because I couldn't like pick out a bed that I liked.
like a box spring, like a mattress on the floor, or
a mattress on the floor.
Oh yeah, I think a mattress is enough. The box spring just adds some height to it.
Yeah, I don't like box springs.
I would jump on stuff. My mom would get so angry because I would sit down
You're
on things.
You're a big kid.
I would sit down on things so hard they would snap.
Oh my god.
She bought the new chair this week. She's like, please sit down on it nice. And I was like, I'm fine.
That's funny because I did hear her say that, but I didn't like.
That's why.
Like it stuck out in my mind, but I didn't know why she said that.
Because I'm a big guy and I don't sit, I plop. I go.
You do. I feel like I've taken on that habit too.
Yep.
Have you noticed that? I've been plopping.
No, I didn't.
I've been plopping.
Plopper.
Frankie's videos, even the deleted ones, could be used against her in court.
Good.
If you're the prosecutor and
the
detectives, you may really be happy you have that, because it could well corroborate some of these charges that the government is alleging.
Yeah.
Watch.
Well, good. I'm happy that they're getting. There's one more. I don't know if there's anything extra in here.
Police say this talk to neighbors is a full-time job, but
Yeah, we'll get this one in here.
police say this is the house a young child escaped from and went to a neighbor's house.
That looks like a prison. Like, what is this?
Asking for food.
It looks like we're on fucking Moss Isley.
Food and water. They said that child was severely malnourished along with another one they found inside the same home. Now, we talked to neighbors in this area, and they said that they don't really know the homeowner of this home very well, but she's in business with a woman who has gained...
You think she'd get upset if somebody called her a homeowner?
Maybe.
It's just so close. So, like...
Yeah. I wonder why the business partner is arrested, though, for it as well. I wonder, like...
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't
maybe
really
it's
know.
her lesbian lover, and they were in it together.
Beating their... I mean, maybe. I think it's because whatever thing that they were running was just, like, cult-esque. So... But they, birds of a feather. Birds of a feather, flock of feather. No big deal. Not a big one. You're so silly, baby.
She was following online with YouTube videos getting hundreds of thousands of views.
So being a mom's a full-time job, but
Popular Utah family vlogger Ruby Frankie was
I thought she was going to say more. I don't know.
arrested Wednesday. The 41-year-old...
Isn't it crazy? She was, like, on TV. This looks like it was a previous appearance. She was, like, on TV. Everybody was watching her behavior, and they're like, "This is one of the problems." And it's like, first of all, because somebody mentioned in the chat, that's our girl. You never told us how to say your name, Sardi. Is that how you say it?
Sarati?
Sarati. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I can't even say my own name right. But like, yeah, her parents probably. What did you say? Leather. Her parents probably raised her this way to be like overly like abusive. Really, let's be real. But then she's also getting affirmed by TV, by YouTube views, by everything.
I was going to say there's so many factors, though. Like, maybe she wasn't raised this way. Maybe she was raised in a way where her parents weren't very involved, And so, like, she's trying to bring the power to her kids. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe her parents were a piece of shit. She's Mormon. Yeah, well,
that's what I'm saying. It's so surprising. She's highly religious. Are very nice people.
But I think that that's a factor too. I don't think that people are always like horribly strict and abusive parents because their parents were that way. I think that it could also come from having a lack of any control, and then trying to.
You mean the parents not having any control? Or just her not having control over her own life in some capacity that makes her want to overly control at home.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that could factor.
That's an interesting point. Yeah, that's like
abusive.
That's like the businessmen who were like super big CEO bosses at work, and then they hire prostitutes to dominate them because they it's like the reverse of that. Okay, I get what you're saying. Interesting.
Mother of 6 is known for sharing clips of her children's daily lives on their now defunct YouTube channel, 8 Passengers. Today, she and her business partner Jody Hildebrand are accused of abusing some of them.
Took the bedroom away for 7 months, the bed.
No. My bedroom was taken away for 7 months, and then you give it back like a couple of weeks ago.
I don't think our viewers know that.
You've been sleeping on a beanbag.
I've been sleeping on a beanbag since October.
Like a beanbag. Like, I understand the box spring, because the mattress on the floor I think is fine. Not a big deal. Mattress on the floor. If you're really poor and no one has a mattress, then whatever. It is what it is. But a mattress on the floor, that's okay. Like I said, I used to break my mattresses, so I was spending too much money. But a fucking beanbag. Why? They look like they have plenty of money. She has plenty of money to get fucking dye and highlights, and you know what I mean. And if you look, it's
all those teeth whitened, even extra ones put in.
If you look though, this one's like so much higher than that one.
It's because she brushes her teeth so angrily in the morning.
Maybe.
Got that receding gum line.
Oh my
god. Like 2 weeks ago.
Police say a clearly malnourished.
Look at that. She was worried.
I've been on a beanbag since October, and they gave my room back like 2 weeks ago.
And look, she looks a little worried there.
Yeah, but she also cut it and put it up. So how worried was she really?
That was very Among Us balls. What you just said. That makes us so much. Jesus Christ, that's so true. This is why I like doing content with you. You're so smart.
I love you.
I love you so much.
They say a clearly malnourished 12-year-old child crawled out of the window of Hildebrand's Ivans area home. A neighbor.
If they fed the kid, she probably wouldn't be able to fit through the window. Sorry for the joke. It was a little rough.
Called 911 when he showed up at their house asking for food and water. Officers say his wrists were duct taped. He had wounds from being tied up across his body.
The other thing I'm also wondering, because we're seeing the house and the environment, like how close is the neighbor's house?
Oh,
we're not seeing neighbors. Like,
that's
how
a good
far did this
point.
poor little kid have to run?
Yeah, and then it's like, did they
And
intentionally?
they look like that looks like a scary place. Like there's scorpions and spiders and snakes there. Like I'm not like for serious though.
Yeah,
like that's
yeah.
terrible.
No, I understand that. Well, it begs the question: like, did they intentionally move in a more isolated area? Like they seem like they have money. They're a popular YouTube channel. Oh, let's go somewhere a little more remote. Connected to society, but this way people can't snoop in on us. I don't know. Like, that's a big speculation, but considering everything going on, I think it's reasonable.
They found a 10-year-old girl inside the same house who was also malnourished.
Like, what the
Frankie's
hell?
family vlogs ended without a specific reason given. Frankie now works for the Utah County company Connections, along with Hildebrandt. It's described as a treatment program for those with mental health and addiction issues.
There you go. That's why. It's probably horribly abusive, the Connections. Horribly abusive. I doubt that there's any actual mental health qualification for it. It's probably very religious backed, which is what happened with the one guy. What's the one family where the kid grew up to become a pedophile?
I have no idea.
There's the you guys know what I'm talking about. Is it the Duggars? Am I thinking of the right thing?
Oh, the Duggars, yeah.
Yeah, and like they had their kid from a young age, like from like as a child, like 10 maybe, was like touching their younger kids, and which is when you're like 10 years old, that behavior is like a behavioral for like you don't go right to like pedophile, right? There's a lot of parameters for that, and it's like they need to get proper counseling to figure out what's going on, because part of it I think is because they were raising their own siblings and they shouldn't have been in these situations because kids are curious and like looking at stuff, and like you need to make sure that you set good boundaries so your kids don't have access to this shit. But they sent them to like religious ritual. We've said he's sorry. Is it? Like,
and they just isolated him too.
Yeah, but then they let him back into the fold, and he did it again. I think that's what happened. And then he started looking at fucking horrible like abuse, like that. I think could have been. And once he hit the point of no return, this guy motherfucker needs to get sent to an island.
100%.
But I think if the parents weren't dumb as fuck, and they actually got the proper mental health treatment, he may just not have turned out that way.
Yeah,
but there's a combination of factors, like because I like in these religious areas, especially, it's just counseling. Oh, God will forgive you. It's like
say this 7 times.
Yeah, and
it'll be okay, or like
it's not
what do
really
they say? Like
it.
ABCD Josiah 111, and that's supposed to be like everything's okay.
I think it's Austin 3:16 is my favorite one.
What is that one?
And that's the bottom line.
I don't get the reference.
It's a wrestling joke. You like that?
But for serious, like you're just because that's the thing too. I wonder, because I'm not religious at all.
Yeah.
And I hear and I see people all the time like have these things like Robin 11:13.
Yeah. It's
and they're Bible verses.
Yeah.
And like, but if someone says that to you, do you know what Bible verse they're even referencing?
I don't know. No.
Or do you just shake your head yes and pretend that you understand what they're saying?
Nobody really says this to me in real life, so I don't really know.
Well, I'm not saying it to you. You have to listen to what I'm saying. We're talking about the treatment of people with like religious values instead of actual mental health practice.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that I think that it goes even beyond the fact that like where religion does not actually save you. Working on the way your fucking brain works saves you. But I'm saying that if they're just like spitting verses at you, but not actually telling you the verse, like, do you even know what they're actually saying?
I think what you're getting
or
at,
do you just smile and be pretty?
Well, as a kid, you don't know what the fuck's going on.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Like, this is the thing. This is the way that the religious counseling seems to work, where it's like, okay, we're a religious, counselor. You know what you did was wrong, right? Okay, say a few Hail Marys. It's not good. Don't do it again. That doesn't address the core issue of like, what is the issue that's going on in the house that's causing this, and this behavior. Right? Those are behavioral issues that need to be talked about. And then on top of that, if your kid's exhibiting behavioral issues, whose part of the problem?
The parents always.
The parents always are part of the problem. So it's like you're not getting to anything. You're telling the kid that this behavior is bad and they're young and they don't know why it's bad. And so like you're not getting through to them. You need to sit down and like really like that, educate your kid and like get your shit together. Like, I think that things would change drastically. So, yeah.
Connection.
Pause. Have you ever watched the movie But I'm a Cheerleader?
No.
Oh, we need to watch it. It's so good.
Okay.
Has been the subject of a lot of controversy, specifically for its teachings on parenting. Many of Frankie's siblings are also online content creators. Her sisters released a social media statement saying, quote, Ruby was arrested, which needed to happen. Jody was arrested, which needed to happen. The kids are now safe. Frankie's eldest daughter, Sherry, posted this picture on Instagram.
It's crazy that they're all content creators, but like they didn't feel like they could expose their parents sooner. Probably because they couldn't. Because if they said they are bad, like it may not have led to any investigation. The parents were probably relatively good at hiding this shit, and it took like actually seeing the kids on summer break, like you said, for this to happen, because it made them more vulnerable.
Like, also, I can't imagine how hard it would be to just leave with nothing.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah, especially as a kid.
Like, actually having nothing, because with these parents, you know that these kids have, like, no money stashed or anything,
Yeah,
you know?
true. Yeah, that's probably another way.
So even if they wanted to escape, what are they going to do?
Yeah, and plus, it's like, if you, let's say the eldest escapes, there's 8 kids. Or is there 6? It's 8. 6?
I have no idea.
I think there's 8 altogether. There, you have a bunch of other siblings. Now you're worried about them getting abused.
Yeah.
Like, there's no winning in this situation.
No.
You know? And part of it probably feels like this is my mother. As part of it. It's a very confusing situation.
Caption, finally. In the next slide, she said her family is glad justice was served. She wrote, quote, "We've been trying to tell police and CPS."
This looks very different from what we were shown. I'm so confused. Right, the other house doesn't look like this. It looks very isolated.
Yeah,
now,
I don't know. Maybe she wasn't arrested at home. I don't know.
Okay, maybe.
Fears about this, end quote. The Santa Clara Ivins Police Department did not provide an update on the children's condition. According to the Washington County Sheriff's Office, Frankie is still in custody. At this point, we know the Santa Clara Ivins Police Department is working with the Springville Police Department on this case. We will continue to bring you updates as we get them, both down here in southern Utah and up in Utah County. Shelby Lofton, KSL 5 News.
She's kind of thick. Not bad. Okay.
You happy?
With what?
Yourself?
No, I'm not. That's that segment. I don't always think before I say everything, okay?
No, you don't.
I don't think. I have
to go to the bathroom.
Oh, go pee. I actually have to pee a little bit too, but I might dribble. Go ahead. Which mom situation are you talking about, August?
That's what I was reading.
Yeah, I knew that you was. Ooh. Is this the mom segment? Welcome. Yeah, she's thick, bro. What do you want me to tell you? Sorry, it's a part of the. It's just a problem I have. Christ has died, Christ has risen, Christ will come again. You guys like that? Was that beautiful stuff? I feel like that's beautiful. Yeah, that's the one. We might look through it. We might take a look at that. You know? So... How's everybody doing today? Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Yeah, I saw the Jubilee video posted. I'm gonna probably watch it on stream tomorrow. Or maybe tonight. Am I gonna do the Wordle again? That was fun. Oh, maybe. Probably not today. It's something we'll talk about. We have so much content to bring you guys. We have this Barstool Sports thing that we want to look at. We have this little Pearls clip we want to look at. We have this interesting controversial ways I'm raising my daughter. We have this parenting thing. We have this I could probably cut. It's like a WWE thing. We have a lot of content. We have this thing about the Pope condemning American Catholicism. We have the Dylan Mulvaney thing I want to look at. We have this autism test. We have this thing that I want to show my wife because it's sad. We have this is like a generational curse breaking. We have this is probably cuttable, frankly. This is actually interesting. I think this is interesting. And then we still have this segment to do. So thank you so much for the $1, Malcolm Woods. I'm gonna go pee real quick. Let me get up. And then you figure out what segment you want to do next.
After I get off of here, I need to start blowing up all the balloons for Grammy's party tomorrow.
I'm gonna go blow up the toilet.
Did you even look at any of the stuff I sent you for this week's stream?
No, I still haven't.
I don't know what to tell you because I can't. I can't get back on if it comes off.
It's a rolling chair.
Karaoke time? I'll do karaoke. It'll have to be a Discord thing. I like doing Wordle. Did he say that we'll do it again? I think this might actually be a long stream. It's already 9 o'clock. I can't believe I like did so much stuff around the house today, and I made this beautiful breakfast, and he woke up and didn't feel well, so he didn't eat it all. Such a shame. And I haven't even done like my actual work. All my progress notes are due, and this month I have to write all of them. I had people helping me previously, but now I can't anymore, so I'm writing them, and then I'm helping another house with theirs. So I have so much work to do.
Woo!
None of your business. What I make for breakfast, I made cheesy eggs. I made him turkey sausage patties, I think. Some type of breakfast patties. And I put peppers and onions in my eggs. And then I tried to make French toast with hot dog buns.
It was good. I thought it was good.
It was okay. I'm sweating my balls off, honestly.
Hey. It's hot.
I like want to tuck my shirt up under the
Next year for summer, we'll be downstairs. We'll have a better setup for next year. Don't worry about it.
Well, hopefully in a couple months.
Yeah, well, I meant by the time where it's like hot as fuck. So, what's the next segment that you want to do?
Wordle.
I don't want to do. We want to do the Wordle. You really? Okay. All right.
It's so much fun. Let's have fun together.
Okay.
Let's get pumped up for the next segment. Woo!
All right.
We start with death.
Death? All right. We're doing the
That's
Wordle.
the best word to start with.
Okay. Oh, it's not that.
Wow.
No. You say
I was
toad?
going to say toads, but there's no D.
Well, that's okay. You still might get more stuff. All right. So A is in the middle. There are people who are so good at this. What if the Wordle was Wordle? Oh, wait.
Can't be.
Sorry.
Boats.
BOATS.
Is that what you were going to do?
No.
Oh, I'm stupid.
On. I know. I want to. Wait, is this one work?
No, there's no T.
Yeah, I'm going to try it. Oh, fuck.
Trash. Wait. Oh, no, there's no SRH. No, don't do it. Don't do it. We only have 3 left.
Treat? No. There's no B.
All right, there's definitely going to be other.
Wait, which
vowels.
one are? Oh, are these the ones that are? Okay, these are out. So these ones are all in still.
Yeah.
How about parks? I don't know. Poop. Someone said track, but I feel like they know they already know the answer.
I was going to say tramp.
Let's try tramp. Okay.
So I think T will be the last letter.
You think so? Or the second. Street. Strat. Strump. There's no R.
There's going to be U. A-U or UA? Which does it usually go?
G-A-U-G. I don't know. Why?
Because there has to be another vowel in this word. Or I. And we still don't know where the...
I don't know, man.
I think it's going to be something ain't.
Like taint? No.
Oh, no, it can't be. Taint.
What about like a V? Like vault. I'm just trying vault.
Yeah.
But it's not going to work because of the A. Okay, the T is the last thing.
We only have one more try, though, baby.
But now I wish I could put the A here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, space, A. I don't know.
I think it's A-N-T.
A-N-T. Ant?
There's no R.
Damn, what other vowel? The I. It has to be an I, right?
Yeah.
No. I-A.
And the first two letters are going to be a letter that are going to be something that makes a sound together.
Like what? Like. Yeah.
Is quant a word?
Q-U-A-N. Quant?
No.
Oh. No. That's not a word, is it? Let me look it up. It is a word. It's a word. You want me to try it?
Yeah.
We suck fucking dick. What's the word?
Await.
Await. Oh, fuck you. Fucking await. Wait, my balls in your mouth. I hate this.
That sucked.
I hate the Wordle.
I think we have to do a Wordle every stream now.
All right. We'll think about it. All right, so we got this pizza review. You want to do the pizza review?
Yeah.
Let's do the pizza review. Listen, my wife and I, it's now personal. Well, actually, I'm a little upset. But last week, we did a Bellagio. Was it last week?
Yeah.
We did a Bellagio, or was it the week before? It doesn't matter. We did a Bellagio segment. He went and rated Bellagio's very poorly. She was upset. Very crispy, very crunchy, yummy bite. I thought it was pretty good. So she was upset because Dave was like, "Oh, it's not crispy enough." But even though that's why I crunch, I went. You guys heard the crunch. Well, so now everybody's dogging on him for the Dragon Pizza in Summersville, MA. Was that Massachusetts?
Yeah.
And we're gonna see what's going on here because the owner yells at him. So that sounds funny. But unfortunately, Bellagio's has betrayed us. Because you want me to tell the story?
No.
All right. Well, they were a little rude.
They weren't a little rude. They just weren't attentive.
Okay. Well, I'll just get into the segment. We're not gonna. My wife doesn't want to say anything. She doesn't want anybody that owns Bellagio's that's watching to hate us. So let's go. All right.
I'm Davis Square. What's that say? Dragon? Is that what it says? Dragon Pizza. Looked phenomenal in the case. Now, I don't know if we're a little late because I was changing my shirt, so the video would look different. I went to this like vintage Buffalo Exchange across the street. Across the street.
Shit on himself?
Across the street.
He's such a douchebag.
But it's so funny because that's how I would that's how I would probably say it too. Across the street, and then I would just keep saying across the street. I could resonate with that. He is a douchebag, yeah.
Yeah, and I would yell at you for doing that.
But that's the beauty of it. That's the thing. I don't think he's married. He dates like younger women. Nothing wrong with that, except who's gonna reel you in? My wife reels me in.
Just play the video.
Okay.
I picked this out, kind of vibing, like, right? $13, great purchase. Like, I would be buying this anyways. It was either
that's like a GTA character.
That or the old school Canby shirt. So I kind of bought both.
All right.
It was sitting there. It looked.
Eat the pizza, Dave.
I'm gonna be honest. It looked better in the case. It looked more well done in the case than.
Well, yeah. Well, first of all, you're shuffling it around. You're walking around with it. Second of all, like that's like prop food in the case, right? So
this one. So we'll see. We got one bite. Everyone knows the rules. It is very thin.
Here's what my mom used to tell me. It's all coming out the same. You know what I mean? Whatever goes in, it's coming out the same way. It's coming out as doo-doo. So it doesn't have to be perfect.
I don't know if we fucked them, Austin, because this thing's super floppy. And you said this had 50 reviews?
Oh, but Long Islanders,
right?
They didn't go to pizza school.
Oh, he's from Massachusetts, right?
Yeah, look, your pizza's fucking trash, boy.
That's on the One Bite app. One Bite app rarely is off. I do smell the Parmesan. See what we got. Oh, it's a floppy mess.
Oh, it looks kind of good, honestly. It makes me hungry.
I want pizza so bad.
That's what we're going to get tonight.
Really?
Yeah, we did pretty well this week. We ate at home a lot.
Strong Parmesan. Like the Parmesan is... Come on right through.
Here's my thing. I feel like you can't really do a one-bite review. You have to... A slice of pizza is a whole experience. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like,
for me, my favorite part of pizza is the crust.
Yeah, so how do you get a one bite at the end of it? You know, you got to eat that whole...
It's a whole experience. You want to hear something,
You're
though?
ruining the experience.
When I was little, I used to call the crust on pizza wood. Because I thought that it was literal wood from a tree. Because I guess at that point I was losing teeth. So biting hard things was hard, you know?
Yeah, I get you.
So I'd be like, I don't want the wood. That's what I would say.
My aunt taught us to dip it into soda pop, soda pop.
I love dipping it into soda.
Yeah, and then you drink the yuckies out of the soda.
Listen, you want to hear what my fat ass did? Dip it into soda, then dip it into a pile of grated Parmesan cheese. Oh my God. So good. Like grape soda? Wow.
That's how we got here.
That's why I'm fat.
That's how we got here.
Damn.
That's if you're ever wondering what happened.
Deliciousness happened.
That's how we got here. Okay.
People, it's the neck of the woods. What's going on? We're really holding up traffic. People don't want to go. Strong Parmesan. This is an acquired taste. Like if you get this, know you're gonna get hit with a left, right in the face with Parmesan. I'm not the biggest Parm guy. Wow. I just don't love Parm, so I'm gonna go. How do you score that? Because if you like Parm, fine. If you don't, I don't. 6-4. I know it's way off.
I guess it's kind of fair since he's not a Parmesan fan. For him to not like it. At least he's telling us his bias.
Yeah, I don't care. I think he's a douchebag.
Well, he is. I got you. Sorry.
Right?
Yeah.
What's good, man?
What's going on?
Nice to welcome Boston, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Have I been
I've never been here before.
Yeah, I used to live in Davis Square, which we're currently in. Yeah, I spent years here.
My name's Dom.
Yeah. I used to live here. This is where all the good pizza is. 6'4". It's a 6'4". Oh, how did they not know? Did you not go to pizza school in Long Island? Idiot. By the way, the pizza where I'm from, I live here, is 6'4". 6.4. What is your palate, bro? What do you used to... This guy, you know what? Dave probably used to just eat fucking pizza out of the school, and he's like, oh my God, that's his palate. Although that pizza's fucking fire. It's like an Elio's pizza, you know what I mean?
I wanna order from the school food website.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
We should do a school food website haul.
Can we?
Yeah, let's do a stream about it. Well, let's do an offline video about it. We'll talk about it after the stream.
Dom of the year?
Yeah, I've been artist for that.
Okay.
I actually used to work at Dragon Pizza. How do you like it?
Too much Parm.
Yeah.
I feel like you saw me and you were like plotting your move, how you're going to come up. So what does Dom of the year mean?
Yeah, so Dom, my name is Dom.
Yep.
Man of the year. So it's like Dom of the year. Every year I get better and better. So
Like
I can't understand what he's saying.
I don't know. He's there to plug his whatever. I don't really care about this part. Hey, this is the guy. This is the guy. And you can tell he's the guy. And you want to know how he's the guy? Pants tucked in. Star Wars shirt. It's my dad. This is where I'm curious
Look
about.
better in the case. It's like that's the boss and all this stuff. Thank
And
you.
he's
I appreciate
pissed.
that.
Dave.
Yes.
Enjoy your pizza as any customer, but I don't appreciate what you do coming in and judging a business with one bite.
Well, we do more. Is this your spot?
This is my spot.
Oh.
I don't
Damn.
pizza, but I don't appreciate what you do to small businesses.
Well,
Actually based, by the way. Because how do you do one bite? That's like having a bite of popcorn. Oh, this is okay. It's not a consistent. It's not a fucking hamburger. It's not a consistent dish. It is fundamentally. It is like curled. There's a different experience. This isn't a piece of
as you
sushi.
move up the pizza.
The pizza gets thicker, and like there's a display of how the cheese is oriented on the pizza. It's like a fucking. It's like a play, a masquerade in your mouth. You have to get the first bite and you go, okay, the first bite, maybe not so good. We keep going. Oh, this is a good bite. I'm getting hungry as I'm talking. I'm hungry. I'm salivating. I respect this guy. You could tell there's a jitters in his voice.
Yeah, that's how I get when I get upset and I hate it.
True. But you go like this.
When I have to yell at staff, that's how I get.
The good news is
I don't see it that way.
Terrible school. That guy. Well, Dom of the year. Can I ask you?
Yeah.
What was his problem?
Well, see, here's the thing. I don't know if there's a negative impact. I don't know the impact of the good or bad reviews. That's the thing.
I don't think there really is one, because if somebody watches this guy seriously, I don't really want them in my establishment anyways. And not because of the Bellagio pizza thing. Again, just because this guy just seems like a douchebag.
Yeah, he's a fucking asshole. He's like, so if you like this guy, I don't want you in there. But most people who eat pizza are douchebags. Drunk.
I'm not a douchebag.
Oh, that's debatable. But you got to get through the whole slice, I think. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. I don't know. Honestly, this might actually have a positive impact on the guy, regardless.
I just don't understand why the man that I cannot understand is in this thing.
He just walked up and he's just part of the video now, and they left him in.
That's so stupid.
You know, he's just part of it. But good for that guy standing up for himself, because he is doing. You know what? That's fair. At least he left it in.
Really helped so many small businesses. This bit now, I can say peacefully, this pizza's trash.
I did say I used to work here.
Dragon pizza's so good.
Try it.
Get him.
Tell me.
Attack him.
It's good.
I've tried it before. It's good, and they have really good gelato and stuff. I'll try it. I just
It's fair.
I'm like one of your biggest fans. I'm not even kidding you. I almost just shit when I saw you.
I'll try the pizza. Who are you? Oh, free pizza. I'll try it. I'll try anything twice. 2 slices for me.
Honest score here.
Honest score. We're literally, yeah.
Wow, what a pussy. What kind of bite is that? What is she doing? It's like she's trying to pull a splinter out. Like that, for me, a bite of pizza, the first bite is 30% of the pizza.
It's because you're a Gavone.
What does that mean?
Yeah, just
I'm
fill
fat?
your mouth.
I'm a fat. You just called me fat? What is a Gavone?
Like a pig.
Someone who eats a lot. I had to check it because listen, there's this one story where there's a place I used to work.
No, I'm not.
I'm gonna be so vague. And there was a guy who worked there, and he had heard a certain word the first time in his life, and he didn't know what it meant. It was an Italian slang word that means the N word, and he was just saying it. He was just saying, I think he just watched The Sopranos or something. And I'm like, you know what you're saying right now? He's like, no, like it's like stupid. And I told him. His face went white.
He was probably so upset.
Yeah, because we work with black people.
Yeah.
She's like, what are you doing? You can't do that. So I was like, all right. He wasn't even... Bro, you can't say that. It was so bad. So I had to make sure that you weren't saying a slur.
A slur.
The slur. I had to make sure.
What do you think?
I thought it was bad. It was too parmy and floppy for me.
It does harm me.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so right. I love you so much, Dave Portnoy. I'm going to say whatever you think.
Thank God
I'm
I
too
didn't say it
nice.
was good.
I'm too nice.
I actually gave this, no joke. I try to give everybody good scores. I gave this place like maybe the worst score I've given in a long time, and then the owner came out as an asshole, so it actually worked.
Owner was based.
I don't like floppy.
You're an asshole if somebody just goes, I don't really like what you do. In the most professional, I hope you enjoy your pizza, but I think what you do is shitty to us, to small businesses. That wasn't an asshole. That was reasonable. That's a boundary. That's reasonable. And you have every right to rate it like shit, but to say that he was a dick, the owner was based.
I don't like
Gotta be crispy.
Has to be crispy.
Let me be a little clearer. Move on. Don't stand in front of my business.
Let me be clear. Fuck
Let
you.
me be clear.
Fuck
Get the
you.
fuck out of front of my
you.
business.
Dave Porter's a
It's
pussy.
a public
Whole
street, you
fucking platform.
motherfucker.
Yeah, but
It's a
my
public
business.
street. This ain't your business.
Yeah, but this is my business. If you
Fuck
stay
you.
here,
I mean, the law is he's allowed to stand outside the business. But, like, dude, just move on. Be respectful. Now the guy's cursing. He deserves it. Dave Porter's being a dickhead here.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Fucking you. He's right across the street. Go get him. What are you going to tattle me off for standing on the public street?
Just being a fucking
Your,
bitch.
your shirt says
That's fucking base. What is this place? Dragon Pizza. If we go to Massachusetts, we got to go here. And we got to give the owner a fucking
Where's
high
Somerville, though?
I don't know. Look it up on your phone. See how far the drive is. Well, maybe we'll go on a weekend trip.
You gonna take me to Boston?
I'll take you to Boston. Let's do it.
Just go fuck yourself and the whole fucking platform you're on.
Oh, you don't have the platform.
You're a joke to me, dude.
You know what? You're
Take
making
your
a
fucking
joke.
show and your fucking game and go somewhere else.
Blah, blah, blah. By the way,
I
I've raised $50 million for small business.
You're all talk, dude.
$50
You're all
million?
talk.
Was that all talk?
Yeah, kind of like that New York Times article.
Here we go. Here we go.
I don't know. I think he might be referring to like the young girl that came out and said he was a bad guy.
6 sizes too small.
I don't care. I
Lose
work
some
hard.
weight.
That's a dad shirt, buddy.
You're a fucking joke.
You work hard?
Yeah, maybe. My man. You're so full of shit, dude.
How? Tell me how.
You're a fucking clown.
How?
I run a business. I work hard.
I sold my
job.
business twice. 100 million, 400 million, bought back for $1. That's a clown?
Everything since I got in this business that you represent is an embarrassment.
Like
to this
what?
business.
Like raising 50 million for small
Everything.
business? Name
Everything.
It. Name it.
Everything.
You haven't
Don't
named
play
one
your
thing.
game.
You haven't named one thing.
I make pizza. It's great.
It sucks,
You're
actually.
a fucking joke.
Name one thing. Name one thing, asshole.
You've given up. I've given up too much of my time.
All you've said is everything. Name one thing.
You're a fucking
Name
joke.
one
to me.
thing.
12 minutes
Clown.
outside
I love $1 million
Boston.
worth of game.
Well, I wanted you to look at where this place was from relation to where we currently live.
Yeah, like 5 hours.
Yeah, look it up.
The best.
I already did, like 5
I like how
hours.
Dom of the Year just slides right back in like mid-convo.
It's great. People.
This guy ain't great. You work for that clown?
What is he doing?
Did you know him?
He's recording.
That's the worst.
Now he's hurting himself. I'm gonna record. He's carrying it up. You can't be doing that.
He's a piece of shit. This guy's a real fucking piece of shit. I am. I'm minding my own business doing a review.
Maybe he's just taking that picture. That's actually kind of funny.
Me posting you telling you.
Oh, you're posting.
That was actually good.
That was actually good. I thought he was gonna record him for the police or something. But
Yeah. That's actually funny.
I like this guy.
Yeah, let's do it.
Love your shit.
Yes, let's
Oh,
do
so
it.
we cut that guy out, but not the fucking other guy?
I love so bad. Oh my god, I've never met anyone. Okay, my boyfriend's gonna die. Even though I feel like I'm a big.
All right, it's more just Glaze and Dave. It looks like they're just
The way you
chatting with them. Hey, Among Us Balls. What is this?
astronomical.
I appreciate that.
Among Us Balls, all this other stuff, yada, 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 you know, whatever. Fine. Listen, here's the thing. At the end of the day, I think the owner was perfectly reasonable. Like, hey, you're fucking me over. And One Bite
I don't
reviews
know.
dog shit.
Did he even know the rating that he gave the restaurant?
You know, I don't know. I don't even think he knew the rating.
I think he doesn't.
I don't know, but he
maybe
just
those girls told
listen.
him.
Maybe at the end of the day, he was just like, "Listen, I don't like what you're doing. You could be ruining the small business." And he was respectful. He said, "Enjoy your pizza, but please, like, I don't like what I don't respect you." And then Dave's like, "This guy's an asshole because he disagreed with me." And Dave went off on a tangent, and then the other guy did too. And Dave was just trying to antagonize him. Listen, I thought the guy was funny. I liked him. And One Bite, like, just fundamentally speaking, and I'm fat, so like I know pizza. I know all food. You can't eat a bite of pizza and go, what do you think? Okay? And that's how he's skinny, because he just eats parts of the food. You have to consume the dish. You have to consume the whole slice.
Eat the cardboard.
Eat the fucking grease out of the cardboard, David. David, you're supposed to squeeze the grease into a fucking shot and like just fucking it's like a chaser.
I know somebody who like
does that would be disgusting.
No, but growing up, like they were. I think that they're a very self-conscious person or whatever.
Yeah, so is it me.
But I remember one time we were like eating pizza at a party, and they took a napkin and like put it on top of the pizza to get all the grease off. And everybody was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, I get it, but then also napkins are like dirty. I feel like you touch them with your hands, and then you're gonna touch them on food.
One time, it scarred me ever since. I got an egg sandwich at Dunkin' Donuts, and they use like Kraft singles or something like that, like the type of cheese that has paper in between it.
Yeah.
And I didn't take the paper off, and I had taken a bite of the sandwich and swallowed it, and then the next bite I took, like the paper out. Ugh, I could throw up right now thinking about it.
That's terrible.
Ugh,
Jesus.
terrible.
Hey, there's the wood. It's the wood in the sandwich. So that's the end of that. Funny stuff.
What did you do in the car the other day that was making me throw up?
I was jerking off.
What did you do though? Was that when you snot rocketed? And I was legitimately almost throwing up over by your mom's house?
Yes, I think I did a snot rocket thing, or I told you I did. And then you were like gagging, and I just kept playing it up.
Yeah, almost throwing up.
Oh, I think I was like, I had
I'm
like.
afraid to stop.
I did that. I was like,
stop.
And I was like, there's lots of mucus.
Stop.
There's a lot of mucus in my mouth right now.
Daniel.
It's like an oyster on my tongue.
Daniel.
It's like
Daniel.
You want to see it?
No, I'm
It's
gonna
like
fucking throw
I
up.
swear to God, if I put my hand in my mouth and I pull it out, it'd be like string cheese.
You're disgusting.
It's just like all
stop.
mucus,
I'm not
right?
gonna gag right now.
You
So
ready?
just stop.
Are you
Stop.
ready?
No,
I'm gonna take it out of my mouth. You need to do it. Look.
No, Daniel. Bro, I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna punch you.
Just.
There's nothing in your hand.
All right.
I know that there's nothing in your hand.
There's nothing in my mouth either. That's what I did though to upset my wife, and she almost threw up. We almost had to pull over.
Yeah, this time you almost got punched.
Well, I told her the story where I had a friend who, when he was younger, did a snot rocket like across the gymnasium and hit his sister.
You never told me
Oh,
that.
I thought I did. Oh.
Must have been another girl.
Yeah, definitely. Or you just don't fucking listen to what I say.
The gagging didn't work that time. If it did, it would have been such a great bet.
Yeah.
You'll get me one day.
Are you ready for the hottest topic on TikTok right now, babe?
No.
You don't want to do this?
What else is there?
You don't want to do this?
Not the second.
Oh, well, that's what I was getting ready for. We have this Pearl clip. We have the Dylan Mulvaney acceptance speech at the Streamy Awards.
I don't think I care about that at all.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes it easier. We have a controversial ways I'm raising my daughter. That's a first-time mom. This person that says parenting is a trap. We have the Pope condemning American Christianity, conservatism.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have the autism test. We have, this is something I want to show you. It's sad.
It's sad?
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Let's do this one next then. We're going to do this one. It's kind of sad.
What's the hard?
All right, good. See, I gotcha. All right, go for that. All right, that was cringe. All right, we're going to do this segment here. I'm not going to explain to you too much what it is. It's just a sad segment. It made me feel, it made me feel bad. So I want you to watch. I want to make you feel bad. Are you ready to feel bad?
Hardest thing that's ever happened in your relationship?
My brothers jumped him because my family just does not want us together and will do nothing. We'll stop at nothing to break us up, but we are still together.
Why did your family jump him?
They are haters. That's all I can say. They don't like his life.
When I first heard it, I was like, oh, they probably did something wrong. Because if you're vague, they're just haters. You're probably like, you know. But anyway, sorry.
Lifestyle, they don't like us together.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think my first inclination is maybe he's trans.
Yeah.
Because I identify as a transgender male. So.
Damn, how'd you get
What's
that?
the hardest thing that...
You got that? I thought that they were silly gooses. That's why she was being vague. And then when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's horrible. What a terrible thing. How terrible is it to deny your family because somebody's trans and they're dating a trans person or they are a trans person? I understand you might be uncomfortable with it, but to deny humanity to me is so hard. It's what a terrible thing. But there's a couple other parts.
So they jumped you because you're trans.
Yeah. Yes, my two brothers.
You still...
Which doesn't make sense because if you don't believe that trans people are valid, right? And I was like, if you don't believe that trans people are valid, that means that you think that trans men are women, and then you're beating up a woman. So it just all doesn't make sense.
Wait.
You know, like people are so hateful that they turn stupid.
Wait, you're just like blowing my mind because it's the most obnoxious, like conservative people that are transphobic, and they're like never hit a woman. Which, by the way, like I agree with that too as a non-conservative. But then you think a trans man is a woman, and then you're hitting a woman. So you can't even adhere to your own values.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Like people are so hateful, they're stupid.
That's crazy to me.
And like this man on this, well, he's not on the screen currently, but this man is valid. Like he is like a man. He is a trans man. Like nobody should get beat up because of nothing. But like people are just so stupid.
That's actually very based that you said that. It's very based. That's so interesting. This is why I like doing content with you. I would have never like thought of it like that. That made my anus puckered.
You're so stupid.
It didn't do that, but that's an interesting perspective. My thing is like I feel like it comes from like that's just so interesting because like to me that suggests that they still perceive that trans man as a man because they feel valid and justified in hitting them.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Cooked a little bit there. This is one of the, I mean, maybe it's other people. That was like a big deal to me. I was like, damn, that's smart. That's so smart. What a smart thing to say.
You're so cute.
That's such a smart, I love you. I love you so much. What I was going to say is that it comes from like a conservative or a disgust response. You think it's weird. So like that justifies you being violent. It's just pathetic. You know what I mean? Like if you're, religious people are well, I guess I'm assuming they are. You just shouldn't be hurting people. You know what I mean?
No,
it's horrible.
I really don't understand. I never understand like initiating physical aggression. 100% meeting that physical aggression
for
back.
this. I only
like in general, I don't understand
if somebody's like being physically aggressive to you. You know? I don't get it. Like if you have to defend yourself, that's one thing, but to just instantly jump to just physical aggression, it's just like why? Like why do you need to hurt somebody that you disagree with? They're not hurting anybody. It's just a trans person living their authentic life, you know? It's terrible stuff. God bless her though. She broke the curse. of her fucking dog shit transphobic family.
Yeah.
You know, so.
They what? Broke into our apartment and jumped him. Nope, I have no communication with
That's
them,
horrible.
but yes, they did jump him.
Like in the dead of night?
Yes, they pushed past me, jumped him, tried to attack me. And
I respect what she did, but she was being so vague until he was like, "Hey, I'm trans."
Yeah.
I respect that. Like,
Yeah.
you don't out your partner unless that's their thing. And now she's fucking telling her family that they're terrible. I'm all about that. You know, she's a little feisty. She's like you. She's just letting it all out.
And nothing happened. My mom cried. No police report. Yep.
Damn.
Nothing was done.
Do you still have a relationship with your family after this?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
So they jumped you because you're trans.
No, I wouldn't. Even if the relationship didn't work out,
was that-
I would still have
No, you're done with that family. That's the disgusting thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, I would never want to associate with like a piece of shit family like that.
No.
Fucking pathetic. Like, just pieces of shit. Like people. Listen, if you're transphobic, if you don't affirm trans people, you're transphobic and you're just not it. But there's a difference between just being like, oh, that makes me uncomfortable versus attacking somebody. This is fucking insane. It's fucking insane.
What was that experience for you being jumped by her brothers, and how did you end up getting past that to continue to forge this beautiful relationship that you have?
Just something that I'm continuously working on. You know, she obviously is always there with me. So, I mean, I have a great support system, but it was very traumatic just because it was the beginning stage of my transition. So it was really hard to be able to communicate with males after that. So, but it's a work in progress. So, you know, it's good.
Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else that you want to share about?
Just don't ever let nobody keep you down. Always be you.
Always be compassionate to your partner. At the end of the day, this is my partner, you know, like I love him. So everything I do is to make sure he is okay.
Appreciate y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate y'all. Like, shout out to y'all. Love perseveres. Thank you so much. So are y'all. All right. Be safe out there. How was that experience?
Yeah, I just want to show you two. That's so sad. 'Cause, like, when I was a kid, somebody broke into my house. They like pushed past. It was like an aunt's boyfriend. I was like 12 or something. He broke into the house, pushed past looking for her. It was scary to me. I couldn't imagine this. You know, people get in there jumping them. Horrible. Especially since they said that they were early in their transition. So that means that they weren't as passing. So they looked like a girl.
Yeah.
And like you said, like they're attacking by your perception, because it's still a trans man. Your perception is you're attacking a woman. Like, that's supposed to be a big no-no in more traditional houses. In general, you shouldn't attack anybody, but it's like, how do you fold on your values so quick? Because they don't have any. There's no values to be had. People like this don't have values. They just co-opt other people's values, and then they justify like just discussing shitty things. So
yeah,
at least she knows that she has shitty family and she stays away, because that's fucking terrible.
Yep.
So. Yeah, I wanted to show you that segment. It was a little sad. It made me cry a little bit.
I like them though.
I do too.
Very nice people.
Yeah, you know, I wish that they had like a thing. I wish we could figure out who they are, and where they're from, and what they did.
What's the hardest?
As long as you love them. Incredible stuff. But they don't. It doesn't seem like they have. It would be cool if they had. It'd be cool if we knew who they were. So okay, that was a good segment. This is a generational curse breaking thing. Very interesting. This is a father confronting about, like, because a guy made weird comments to his daughter. This is a girl that stayed in a Golden Corral for 12 hours.
What do you want to do next?
Well, we also have the Facebook group stuff.
What do you want to do next?
I don't know. What do you want to do? I mean, I would do this next.
Okay.
Wow, I can tell. Okay, well, you know, I get you. All right. So, listen here, guy. Okay, let me sit up. Ooh, it's a little warm today, huh?
Very.
Little berry warm. All right, guys. So, this is the talk of the town on TikTok, guys. This is a girl. Her name is Ash.e.e. Oh, I get it now.
Ashley Elliott.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to open this up. Okay, this is Ashley. She's a TikToker with almost 15 million followers. How wild is that? That's crazy. Anyway, good news for us. She has problems going on with her husband.
Terrible.
Listen. We're a couple's content creation page. And now this couple's breaking up. It's just more real. It's more real estate for us to move in. That's terrible.
Stop it.
It's terrible. What a horrible thing for me to say.
Yeah, I don't like
What a
how
terrible
you're being
thing.
right
Okay,
now.
I was making a little joke. I went a little far. I'm so sorry, baby love. All right, but anyway, they're going through some stuff. I can't believe you got so upset with me.
Because you're being rude.
I didn't think it was. I thought I was just making a joke. You really think I was being that rude?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how you're going to start it?
Okay. What?
So that's how you're going to start it?
Yeah. I'm sorry, baby. Okay.
All right, so what happened?
Well, I feel bad now.
All I know is that she shakes her ass in a real cringe way.
Oh yeah, her whole thing is like with. I think it was because I was skimming through it, and she shows us the trend. She does this.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to like it. That's what she does. Incredible stuff. Get that out of the screen. So this is the first video. This is where all it starts. It's almost 21 million views. So here we go.
All the videos of my husband have been removed from all of my platforms. And I understand that this raised a lot of concerns, especially because a lot of you guys follow us for our couples content. But I did start this channel by myself in 2020. I've always loved being on social media, and he did not. Over time,
I think that is like fair to have that, thing. I get that in general.
I talked him into being on my social media, and we saw
Kind of like us. I talked you into it. Because you're so smart. I love you.
how well the videos did of us together. So we just continued, but it was something that I was most definitely much more passionate about. But he no longer wants this lifestyle. Okay. He doesn't want to be recognized every single time he goes out in public. Quote unquote fame is not.
I feel like at that point you're already screwed, right?
I honestly couldn't even tell you what he looks like right now.
He's a black guy.
Isn't that so funny? That's all I know.
So, okay.
What everybody wants. We no longer have any kind of privacy, but that just comes with the territory of being a social media influencer, and I'm okay with that. He is not. I hope you guys can understand.
It's interesting. Okay, let me just
I know it's going to be hard because a lot of you follow us for our couples content. But I will continue to make content just like I did when I first started. And as far as the ring, you guys have noticed
Is she standing in like a fucking open window? Sorry.
It's been off my finger for a couple weeks now, and that's just something that I want to keep private right now.
So, first of all, I love this video because it's they're having a relationship struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not turning it into a fucking social media shitfest.
I don't know about that yet.
What do you mean? Like, she removed all the videos of him, so that's gonna make people ask why.
Yeah, and then she answered that, and then I think that she just said, like, yeah, I see you guys are all... I don't know beyond this video.
Yeah, I know that.
So she's saying, like, oh, I know all you guys are talking about my ring not being off, and I don't want to talk about it, but it is off. If you don't want to talk about it, then you don't talk about it.
I see what you're saying. Okay, so she baited us a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. Either way, I wonder if the relationship struggles have to do with the fact that he doesn't... Sorry. Digging in there for gold. Got to pay the bills somehow. I wonder if it's because he doesn't like being public and he hates the lifestyle and it's like hurting their relationship, or if he's potentially using it as an excuse to like say you're the problem. But that's a lot of speculation.
I don't know. My first instinct would be like, if there are things going on in their relationship, then the social media doesn't help.
You think maybe that part of it's like, let's back off the social media so we can organize our life better, possibly?
I don't know. I think that that could be a factor for a people's on.
That makes sense.
The internet.
That makes sense. Anyway, then I came across this video here from this girl who's like she's like an OF model or something. I think this is her. We're gonna do this one first.
I don't have a lot of time to say what I want to say.
But either way,
I like the way she's shaking her boobs while she's
Hey guys,
talking
check the link in the
about it.
bio. Check my link in my bio.
You know, I will say, I respect that it's that other girl's conversation to have, or her husband's, not a random OnlyFans girl. So.
Because I am currently evacuating for a hurricane, but I do want to kind of touch on it. First, I want to say that I am not blasting this girl's business. She is quite literally blasting herself. And I'm not coming for her.
That's what that one video, this video, according to her, is blasting her business. Okay.
Crying on the internet, because honestly, who hasn't? Because I sure as hell have. Being a mom is quite hard sometimes, but it's also the biggest blessing of your life.
Wow, incredible.
And I'm not about to see this girl do it all alone over something that she thinks is bigger than what it is. That's my opinion. I don't know what else is going on in their home. I don't know what side of the story he gave her, what he has said or not. And if she doesn't want to reach out, that's fine. I'm not the kind of woman that says, don't come at me as a woman. If you have a question, feel free to ask, and I will decide if I want to answer.
I just read this, girl, you're ugly AF inside and out, this comment. It's just got a me. Sorry.
Or not. Now, while the first time she came at me was not crazy and I did respect it, I did get a little when I started seeing things like, I'm going to raise my daughter to be da-da-da-da, when all I have is daughters. And I posted that video because when she gave that scenario of a man taking care of his family and then leaving, it was very relatable for me.
Wait, what is she talking about? I feel like she's referencing something.
She's referencing another video, which I don't even know what she's referring to. Like, I guess this girl...
No, but she's referencing a video it sounds like she made.
This girl?
No.
I have no idea what she's talking about. It sounds like she's referencing a video that this girl made about how...
You guys, this is not my situation right now.
I don't know what she's referencing specifically. I wonder if there's like a video where she's talking about raising her kid or something. I don't really know. But what is this though? I'm curious.
I was just telling you the reason I will always work and why I would teach my daughter not to depend on a man financially.
Oh, so she must have made a video about...
Go to the video that comment is from.
I have to do some extra investigative work. Okay, so what it sounds like to me, because I have to go through here, the TikTok app is terrible. What it sounds like to me is this Ashley girl made a grimace butt shake. This girl made a video. Bro, stop playing music into my microphone. About raising a daughter or something. So we have to go find the original one. Alright, so her in a car. She's in a car. Guys, it's a video of her in a freaking car.
It's the one before it.
Oh, well, that would have been easy if we just...
Yeah.
So I have been working since I was 16 years old.
Same.
And let me tell you
I actually started working at 12. I was do some cash register stuff for my mommy at White Castle.
Oh, really?
And then I started working at the deli, I think when I was 12 too. So.
I think when I was 14, I started at the deli.
Incredible stuff.
Reason why I will never stop. Let me tell you what one of my biggest fears is.
Yeah.
Just imagine this. Imagine it, okay? You find a man, he's amazing, he's making great money, and he wants to take care of you for the rest of your life.
Okay.
And you
Sounds
decide,
good.
cool, I just get to be home, raise the kids. He's going to be the hardworking man he is, and he's going to take care of us. Now, imagine 20 years later, he finds somebody else that's younger, more beautiful, and he leaves you.
Impossible. Russ, you're very beautiful.
I love you.
I love your fair moment. Okay.
You don't have a job. You don't have any ways to financially support yourself. You no longer have your youth. And now you're alone. That would be one of my biggest fears. And I know some of y'all are married to some great men, okay? But I wouldn't put nothing past nobody. Somebody might tell you today, hey, I love you, I would never, ever, ever, ever do that to you. But in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, people change. And that's the reason I will never stop working for my own money.
So people are saying that this is like a hint that there was a problem in the relationship. I don't know if I get that.
I
These are
don't-
before this video, by the way. So this actually starts it. To me, it just seems like, hey, I don't know. I'm so like terminally online brand because like manosphere stuff that it just sounds like the reverse manosphere message of like, hey, ladies, make sure you have make sure you're independent enough to be protected.
Yeah, I don't. This is not the only.
This isn't that deep.
No, the only things that like stick out to me from that, just because like if I didn't have any prior knowledge to other videos prior to watching that video,
Yeah.
it would have just been her saying something.
Yeah, and also she has 15 million followers.
The only
and she has her own
thing,
career.
the only thing that like stands out is she doesn't say that like she has a husband that's good, and she says like that's why I'm never gonna stop making money. So it makes sense for that with the situation, knowing about the situation. But if I didn't know about the situation, like I wouldn't think anything of it. And yeah, someone just said in the comments she is like in the military. Like she's not like a
She's not a stay-at-home
mom that like does nothing for like herself.
Yeah, so to me, it just seems like a vague thing. But okay, this is the next video after that, before the one we watched
Guys,
first.
this is not my situation right now. I was just telling you
the right now though. This is my situation right now.
I'm not putting energy into
I am.
Reason I will always work, and why I would teach my daughter not to depend on a man financially. This has nothing to do with me. I literally brought up a scenario saying if you were married to a man for 20 years, you've never had a job, you've never had any skill sets because you thought he would take care of you for the rest of your life. And imagine if he left you for somebody else. It was a scenario. It's a scenario that has scared me since I was a girl. So I've been working since I was 16 years old. I worked at Burger King. I joined the Army. I started a business. I make money on social media. Like I am very, very, very financially stable. And so this would just never be a scenario that would fit me. And that was intentional for me. So that's all the video was about, is I was just like, imagine if this was to happen and how horrible that would be if you've never had a job because you depended on a man. And I was trying to say, people change. No matter how great you think somebody is, people change. So no, this has nothing to do with me and my husband. You guys.
So, but this is what
it feels like a little shade has been thrown. Go ahead, sorry.
Shade thrown at who?
Her husband.
I mean, I don't feel that way.
I don't
know.
But I
why
get
does
that.
this other girl feel added by it?
I don't know. Like, it's not enough to justify this girl being, like, annoying about it.
Like, you're self-conscious that you sell your body on OF. Like, there's nothing else.
Yeah, let's see what more. Let's see more of the story.
Like, what the other girl said was so generic.
Yeah, it wasn't, like, enough. It was, like, interesting. But it wasn't. I get what you're saying.
So, of a man taking care of his family and then leaving.
Yeah.
It was very relatable for me. My man didn't leave me, but he does take care of his family.
Okay.
Hey, Mama.
Incredible.
First of all, I want to make it very clear we did not meet up in person. Second of all, even
what
though
the hell is she? She's just coming out of left field.
Yeah, she's just like, oh, so you're gonna vague post so horribly, and like she's not part of this story. If that girl's husband did talk to her, she's not a character in the story. Like she's just like it could have been anything. It could have been two rocks that look like tits. You know what I mean? Like she has nothing to do with the story. So it's weird that she's like, well, you're gonna be really vague. Well, I'm gonna blow it up. My OF in the bio. I mean, I don't know if it is, but guys.
Communication. I think there was a reason. I don't feel like this man is heard, and now I feel like he's being slightly bashed on the internet. And
not really. She's being vague. I don't think that's
she's
fair.
seeing a whole bunch of stuff that I'm just not seeing.
Well, no, because she knows it behind the scenes, so she's applying stuff to it.
She might not be wrong for this. She might have a whole different image of what's going on. I'm not saying what he did is right. Everybody has different morals, but in my eyes, I saw it as something else that she probably doesn't see it as.
I don't even know the specifics of what even happened yet.
I saw was a man who was not heard, and he wanted to be heard and understood.
Well, as a man, if you're not heard, you definitely go and talk to other girls. It makes #1 communication tactic.
I'm literally just watching her talking shit about somebody else's business while her kid is just all up in her kitchen in the cabinets taking shit off the oven.
Like your kid could get hurt. Okay. Remember that time that you accidentally dropped all of the knives on your foot?
Yeah.
I got so
I caught
upset.
them with my foot.
Thank God they didn't hurt you.
That was like the first time. It was so cute because that's when we weren't supposed to be boyfriend girlfriend yet because we were just
we weren't in love yet.
Like hooking up, yeah. But you were so worried about me doing that.
This idiot This idiot took a knife out of the knife thing and dropped the fucking knives on her floor. I was like, I yelled. I was like, what are you doing? Be careful. It's incredible. So terrifying.
Love you.
Love you too.
He did mention multiple times that he did try to communicate these things, but obviously they weren't heard. If I see that it's still going on, he didn't have to say that. There was also many comments that would say the things that he was feeling because it was just very obvious. And while it did...
What is it that he just didn't want to be on social media? Like, what? She's being so vague.
...make the content good for y'all. If it feels emotionally or mentally exhausting for somebody, I would try to hear that out because that might lead to other things that you don't want. After hearing this video...
Thank God she shows more of her tits. Thank God. Thank you so much. There. What are you going to do? Cover that up.
Would it be worth twirling your whole family? If he never did what you...
What'd she say?
I don't know. Worth twirling your whole family?
You liked it. Get rid of it.
Might lead to other things that you don't want. After hearing this video, would it be worth twirling your whole family?
Twirling your whole family.
If he never did what you felt like in that scenario, leaving or cheating on you.
What?
My opinion is...
What is she saying?
I literally, like, this is so out of touch that I don't even know what's happening.
It's like, this is weird.
If he was lacking in other areas of the home and didn't want to make content, okay, then what the hell? But if he is there for the children, if he is there for you, then if this is something you find enjoyable, and even if it's not enjoyable for you, but if it's something you're good at, I understand he's your partner. But notice how my house is getting trashed right behind me in less than 3 minutes.
So fucking deal with it. Pause the video.
I do wish their family well. It's hurricane season. I want her to know her man loves her. He made that very known.
This is the wildest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah. What the fuck?
What the hell?
She was just babbling on. She was like a fucking, they call her name's Brooke. She's babbling Brooke. Bro, that was so vague. I guess he talked to her in some capacity, and I don't know in what way. But like, what the fuck is happening? There's, I guess, a couple of little...
What is with y'all? She didn't ask questions. You're not asking questions. But both of y'all are coming at me with assumptions.
She's just vague posting.
For everybody doing the favor of tagging her, can you see any of the tags on somebody's video that you blocked?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure most of this is just vague posting. That's her husband now. I guess she cheated on her husband too.
To Starbucks. When are we not?
I don't think that there's anything else from here. There's another video on a different page here, though. This is just a different page. And I don't know why she has to be. Oh, check the link in the bio. It's not linked here because this is just another random video.
My name is Shayla.
But it's on a different, well, I don't even think I could show you because it's weird. Anyway.
And I'm in the adult entertainment industry. And it is quite
Who would have thought?
Literally my job to answer random unknown
I like this angle though. It's just it's good. It's to the head.
Men. This particular interaction was a little different because
I need to hear what she had to say. A little.
Unknown men. This particular interaction was a little different because it wasn't to fulfill a fantasy. It was more of a therapy session.
I first, as a man, if you're looking for a therapy session, there's therapists. You wouldn't confide in another woman. Or your mother. You can confide in that woman. But going to like an OF model, it just sounds like that's his entry. That's his justifier. Oh, I'm just talking to other girls. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't really have anything to say yet.
This is bizarre.
This is just like not bizarre. It's just so incredibly stupid, and I'd smack the fuck out of this girl. I legitimately, if I was this other girl, I would find her and I would jump her.
Stop.
I would.
Stop. She's just joking. You're joking.
Because like
you're making a funny joke. My wife. Just say you're joking.
I'm joking.
She's joking. It's a joke, guys. This is not true. What were you saying?
I was gonna say that whenever there's like relationship issues, if somebody else is involved, like I don't understand women who like if your man is cheating on you, like you find them and then you beat the girl up.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. But
if the girl's gonna go and expose your business,
be like weirdly. unprompted because she was not prompted.
No, not at all.
I would.
Well, I'm sure that the guy's also pissed off too, because it's like that's not her business.
Yeah.
Like I said, that she could have just been two fucking rocks that look like tits.
But all of this is his fault.
Oh,
if he was talking to OnlyFans girl, this is all his fault.
True.
And that's the thing that guys don't think about. Is that oftentimes the women that you choose are super stupid. So like if you're gonna do this, like you have to know that it's gonna come back and get you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, that's God's work. You know? Okay.
They made it very clear how much they loved their wife, and eventually it came to light who they were because they told me who their wife was, which I had been following her for 2, maybe more years.
That's weird.
So,
this is weird.
I don't know.
She's weird.
It sounds like she probably reached out to him.
Oh, I don't even know. Oh, can she do that on that?
I'm sure she could figure it out, yeah. Because he was all over the thing. I'm sure that's what happened. And then, she's like, "Oh, I'm such a big fan." You see, like, there used to be tons of girls who would thirst all over me for a while on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
And then I shut it down. None of them do anymore. There's no women left in my audience that want to fuck me. Except for her. You watch my videos now.
I do watch your videos.
So that's pretty cool. So
someone has to tell you when you're wrong,
That's all right. When you feel I'm wrong, and then it's a feelings-based program. But okay.
Shortly after his wife found out, she did message me, but I chose not to answer because, one, this is not the first time that a wife has been mad, and I understand.
Bro. Professional thought, dude. Professional 304.
I don't know what that means. I want to finish listening
Okay,
to this.
Because of my job. And 2, I know you say things out of anger or being hurt. The only reason I decided to even reply to any of the chaos, I felt like I was being
There's no chaos.
bullied.
What?
There wasn't any chaos and there was no bullying.
She created the
Nobody
chaos.
knew that you existed before you made that video.
Yeah.
To try to get clout from the person you've been following for 2 years.
She tried to get people to go to her OF account, probably.
The first thing I noticed is she mentioned multiple times that we should be the women that we would want our daughter to be.
Okay.
I have daughters, and she has a daughter too, but she never mentioned anything how to raise her son. Me and my man have
This is wild.
It's just like what?
Guilty. guilty.
Oh my god, bro.
This is what happens, men. This is what happens when you go to girls. When you have a woman and you go to girls on the side and stuff, I'm going to say 9 out of 10 times, you make them think that they are something they are not. And then that happens to them so many times that they start to act like that. There's no reason, from the evidence that I saw, that this girl thought that anything should be about her.
Yeah.
This is the wildest thing.
Absolutely.
And you're following her to find it. This is my little dog dressed as a dinosaur.
Yeah, she gave that to me years ago. It's cute.
Bro. This is crazy.
This is crazy.
And like I said, I stand up for other women. I've talked to men that have women. And you know what? What?
You said you talk to men that have women. I was just confused.
Yeah. Like, I've talked to men who have been in committed relationships that weren't supposed to be stepping out of their relationship.
Gotcha. Okay, I gotcha.
And you know what? I kept quiet.
Yeah.
Because I was in the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the wrong more. But I know I was in the wrong.
Oh, yeah, I know. I see what you're saying.
You know?
I see. Okay. Men are dogs.
But, like, I stand by women. I really do. But there's women like this who I do not.
She's not a woman. She's a girl. So we don't stand by her.
Which that came up.
She's an opportunist. She's plugging her OnlyFans. That's all it comes down to.
In conversation with her husband when he was messaging me. So she would post things like this asking about.
Okay, move your dumb head. Sorry, I want to read that.
Me. So she would post.
Question for y'all. Do you think monogamy is natural? For me personally, I can only see myself as one person, but this is a topic that I've seen a lot lately, and it tends to be different for men and women. How do y'all feel? No judgment zone. So it's possible she's referencing her life, but this is a huge conversation in the manosphere. All people are talking about is the different dynamics between men and women. So it's like it could just be a vague. She's online too.
This is the thing, though. There is not one part of this where someone will read this and think of her.
No, right. Not at all.
I still don't know what her name is. Nobody is going. Her name's on the screen. Restricted Shayla.
I was going to say like Shalda.
No.
I can't read very well.
No, Shayla? Is it? I don't know.
Shayla.
I don't care. Nobody's going to read that and be like, oh, she's talking about her.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many? Yeah, your man was on OnlyFans. I'm assuming that he was talking to a lot more women than her.
I guess so. That makes sense.
So why do you feel like, I know it's a clout grab.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But like, there's just no 1 + 1 is not equaling 2.
Yeah. I get what you mean. It's not adding up.
Things like this asking about basically open relationships. I just recently dyed my hair, but I did have black hair. So on the
bro.
Wait, what does the caption say though?
Change my hair.
20th, she said.
Make him feel like he cheating. This to me is just her making a joke about changing her hair. It's like, oh, put on a wig, you're a different girl, you know? And this girl's saying that like her hair used to be black, so she's made her hair black to try to like, you understand? She's trying to say.
I understand.
Okay, I because you looking. Okay, so like it's just so stupid. The confusion is because this is so dumb.
Said change my hair, make him feel like he cheating. And now all of a sudden,
this is what happens when you don't finish high school. You just
This is what happens when you are constantly reinforced by men. Honestly.
Yeah, men are the problem. I know what you mean. Like this is. I talked about my dog days. I used to talk to girls that were probably not on my level of attractiveness. And you know, you raise them up, you make them feel like they're special, and then after, you know, guys talk to girls who are much less attractive than them, they start to feel like they're actually very attractive, even though all they can get is some sex or a guy to like want titty pics from, and then they go around and they feel too bold. That's what happens.
And that's the thing. Everybody is beautiful. Everybody has someone that will love them and be attracted to them. That's 100% true. But it's also true that there are people who are more desirable than others for other people.
True.
You know? And so I'm not trying to shit on people. Like this girl, she's not an ugly girl.
Mm-hmm.
But she's thinking a little too much of herself for this situation.
Yeah, right. Like she thinks that she's important.
Yeah.
Like this is the energy that I would use if she's like, the guy's gonna get a divorce and marry me instead.
Yeah, and like you're like, it's OnlyFans. So like you, like her, should be the biggest advocate of this means nothing, but the way she's talking about it is almost like it means something.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, like because of the normalization of sex work, you'd think that she would be like, oh, sex, especially OnlyFans, oh, it's just porn, it's not a big deal, yada, yada, yada. But she's making it seem like it's the biggest deal in the world, which comes off as kind of hypocritical.
Yeah, she's making it seem personal when I would expect her to like say, like, because she's saying that it's not personal.
That's personal as fuck.
But she's presenting it as it is.
Yeah, true.
Everybody in the comments is saying something about my butt because I got a BBL. It might have something to do with the fact that 3 days ago she said it ain't perfect, but it's natural.
What?
That is the.
What?
She's saying that
her content is shaking her ass.
Yes. So what she's saying is that Ashley made the comment. It's at least it's natural, because apparently she got a BBL. This girl got a BBL, so she's thinking it's a dig at her. Oh shit! The same thing with the black hair. Do you think that's true? I don't. I think it's all stupid, and who cares? And even if it was true, you're the side piece.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I'm pretty sure it's just a caption in the thing. People put it's called flavor text. I learned that in my game and web design school. You flavor stuff up. We had a project once where we had to make a card game, a game. I made a board game with my friend Rich, and you know, you put some flavor text in there. You know, it's not just it's a goblin. You know, it's a warded goblin for the minds of my anus.
You're so dumb.
You know, so you gotta flavor it up.
The only reason I made a response. I am not saying that it was right. For everybody assuming that I chased after a married man.
Oh, she did, definitely.
Like I said,
That's what your job is to do.
First of all, true. Second of all, she was a fan of hers. She absolutely chased after him.
Know who they were at first.
Her husband is a black guy. Like a heavy-set black guy, and so is the other guy's husband. They're both like she has a type. You saw her.
Oh yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Exactly. You chased him. You're like, oh my god, that's like my type. Like, come on, bro. Like what? That's why Boogie's girlfriend is in my DMs.
So stupid.
I'm just kidding.
You're so
I'm only
stupid.
340 pounds, and I'm 6'4", so we're a little different.
You're so stupid. That's not true.
It's not true. It's not.
First, I do have my own man, and everybody seems to think that they put two and two together, that I left him and our children. Or that...
No, I just think that your boundaries on this stuff is weird, and that, like, I think that she would.
Yeah.
I don't know, but,
He left us, which neither is true. We are still a happy family. But now that this is going viral, I've been getting threats and very mean comments.
Let's be going viral. You decided to put yourself in the situation that you didn't need to be put into.
And now everybody talking about me for going after somebody's man, now they're going after my man. And these women that are saying they don't...
No, they're not. They're not. What's happening is she's getting the reinforcement that she's getting more clicks and views onto her OnlyFans. That's all that's happening. And so she's continuing to push it out. I know this because, like, I remember talking to somebody, and they were like, it's Kelly Cadigan. She was like, when I was in my most controversial, more people were checking out my OnlyFans.
Claim me as one of their own, saying that I have disgusting behavior, but are coming at me with threats and some of the nastiest comments or name calling. My name is Shay.
Okay, well, not because you don't deserve it, right? Whoa! So you can see.
So did the redhead ever comment on any of this?
She did make an update video. This is why I couldn't show you it before, though. It's like it's a little risque. Again, it's all a plug for her OF. I think it's this addressing it video.
All right, I want to hear it.
I had every intention
Sorry.
of keeping the details of my marriage private. Yes, I did hint to you guys that I wasn't okay and my marriage wasn't okay. Did I share any details? No. And
it was a very light hint. It wasn't enough for anybody to dig into,
No, but I'm just a true believer that if you don't want to talk about something, then you literally do not talk about it.
I understand. Like, she did open the door for it to be talked about and for these people to ask questions. Not enough of a door for that fucking psychopath.
No, like, she is a nut job, but, like, when you're on the internet, like, you really don't... It's like a weird balance because when you have, like, our joke is like, let's be parasocial, right?
Yeah.
And we are very open with the people who watch our content, and we like open up about a lot of things. Mm-hmm. And so there is a sense of like, if something happens or whatever, that like the people want to know.
Yeah.
And so there's like the weird, like, okay, like how much do you tell? But at the end of the day, I don't have to tell you anything.
Yeah.
And I might have the natural consequence that negatively impacts my content and the people who support me.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, if I do not want you to know, I am not going to say anything to you.
Yeah. I think
that's hard to balance, especially with such a large platform.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
But so that's why I'm saying, like, her being like, yeah, the ring, like, no, like, it's not a gigantic, like, it's not like a tease, but it is acknowledging something that you said that you're not ready to talk about. So I do think it's better to just not talk about it.
I think that it makes, hold on really quick. Thank you so much for the $5 AVMU. All I want to grow is a beard like Papa Gut. Anyways, love you guys. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
That's fun. I think that it is a weird relationship being like famous. I think everybody wants people to care about them. And she has like 15 million people that care about her. And so you let them into your life a little bit, and the lines can get a little blurred, and it can kind of get hard to set a boundary. And like, this is something she never should have even close to alluded to. But then, you also have a situation where her husband's stepping out of the relationship. That's what it boils down to, and there's no excuse for that. And so, like, I feel like for her, it's like they probably came to a conclusion that she was going to take it down, and she vented a little bit. She's a little sus. And she talked about how she took her ring off. Mine's off too, but it's right here. It's just that we have eczema. I have eczema. You have psoriasis, so I took it off because it's getting sweaty. And so, like, yeah, she let out more than she should have if she wanted to keep it private. But I feel like as a human, I don't fault her for it because I don't think there's people where you could tell they're baiting their audience.
Yeah, I
don't
agree
get.
with
I
you
don't
on
get.
that.
I don't get that impression that she was trying to bait people. I think it was more of people are saying some stuff. Let me just quickly answer it.
Well, no, and I think no, I 100% agree with you, and I think that's the thing, and that's why I think social media is bad, and why I'm the way that I am is because like before we do something, before I say something, I really do put a lot of thought,
absolutely,
into what I'm presenting.
Yeah.
And I think that when you are, because like you've had these things too, where you'll make a video and we'll talk about like your thoughts on something, the way you presented it, and it's like never out of ill intention, but like you're just on social media. Like once you're so involved in social media, like you're talking to your phone like you're talking to a group of friends.
Yeah.
You know, like that gets lost.
It takes a while, but that boundary gets worn down after a period of time. Yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying. That's what the tease is. It's not her being like wanting a grab, but she said something like she was talking casually to a friend and like I said, like I don't respect the internet like that. I don't like the people again who were watching the content I make and supporting me. Like I appreciate you, I support you, but at the end of the day, like my business is my business.
Yeah.
And so there's some things that maybe I will talk about it one day, but don't want to talk about it now. Like you have to remember that because like we saw from this dumb asshole,
the
that,
other
not
girl.
her,
Not
the other
the
one.
other girl. Yeah.
Everybody online is going to take what they could grab to make it into something. So if you're not ready to have that conversation, you cannot say anything.
Yeah.
And I'm not shitting on her for that.
No, it's like
but it's just like a fact in my opinion.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that like I think that she acted within the realm of a normal human being.
Yeah.
But like you as a
You
big
can't
content
do that
creator,
as a
you
content
unfortunately
creator.
can't. The other girl acted like an unhinged fucking animal.
Yeah.
And like, so I get no, I understand exactly what you're saying. It's one of those things where she didn't do anything wrong, but if she should have probably not done this at all if she didn't want to talk about it. And I don't think that she did. I think now she feels pressured to. Because there's also a part of it, like when it comes to your content, your fans of like, okay, I have to respond to stuff. Sometimes it just feels like you have to explain everything, which I think is a very human thing. When you have an audience of 20 million people or almost 21 million who watch the video or anything, comments, all of a sudden you're like, fuck. Like you have to respond to it. Even if it's only 1% of the audience.
I think that's a big thing to like and have that person to talk with. And I think that this situation is probably very complicated because the problem she is having is with her spouse.
Yeah.
And at least in our situation, the spouse is the person who we go to about things.
Right,
You
yeah. So we
know?
would go to each other about issues. If that's her same thing, who does she talk to?
Yeah, like so if she's
good
getting something
point.
that's like, oh, like should I comment on this?
Yeah.
Maybe she doesn't have that person to ask right now.
That's true. Yeah, that grounding
There's a lot
mechanism.
of different dynamics.
Yeah, because for us, like, you ground me a lot when that's true.
And the reason I even let you guys in just a little bit was to show that I'm real with real problems. The last thing I want to be is a content creator who only shows all the perfect moments because that's not real. And I
think this is a little bit of a cope. I think we explained our perspective on it before. Yeah.
wanted people to know
I
if
don't know.
they're going through something, they're not alone. Now, with all that being said, there are a few things I would like to address. And then after that, you guys, I need to protect my peace and log off. Number one, you guys will never catch me bashing my family on the internet. And whether my husband is my husband or my ex-husband, he is my family. Number two, I have never in my life bullied or targeted somebody on social media. I did not make one post about this person. And
That's like fucking cope post. Oh, she put a black wig on because you know that there's actually only 3 people in the world with black hair. You, that other girl, and Barack Obama. The joke is that everybody has fucking black hair. There's like 3 hair colors. There's like black, red, and blonde, and like brown, I guess.
I have brown hair.
Okay, listen. The fucking point is there's like 4 hair colors. She got a black wig. It has nothing to do with the OnlyFans titty bounce girl. Okay. She feels like the world revolves around her. All right? She needs to revolve around her kids more because that kid was going through her fucking cabinets, could have hurt herself. Crazy.
Majority of these posts that I made were before I even knew she existed. I had no idea that she had a BBL. I thought she looked natural. Good job. Your BBL looks very natural. Did I put on a black wig because of this person? No. Did I make posts about my daughter because of this person? No. Before I even knew she existed, I made a post on my Facebook that said, be the woman you'd want your daughter to be. And that was before I even knew she existed. I said that because I was going through something internally, and I thought to myself, how would I want my daughter to handle this as a woman?
Well, I also figure she's a girl because the other girl made the comment of like, oh, why didn't you talk about your son? I think it's because she's not a boy.
Yeah.
It's just like that. Like, it's just that simple. There are going to be different like you're going to identify differently with different things. As a man, you know, I'm going to be more focused on raising my son the way I would want him to treat a woman, you know, and then I'm of course going to raise my daughter to make sure that she's treated well by a man. But like, it's just an identifier. It's not that fucking deep, you know?
And that brings me comfort because it helps me make a decision based off of how I would want my daughter to feel and how I'd want her to be treated. Now, when I found out about this person, I blocked her on social media. So the fact that she has been able to still screenshot all my stuff is very concerning to me. And the reason
that's always stupid because everybody has.
Yeah. Right? Is that what the kids call it? Finsta?
I don't know. That's what they were calling it when I was like 20.
Yikes.
So they probably are. Finsta's still a thing.
Old bitch. Love you.
You have 5 years on me.
Yeah, I'm an old bitch too. Yeah, it's not that weird. It's a little. Here's the thing. I understand why she blocked the girl. It's probably just like out of sight, out of mind thing. Like, okay, this is gone from my.
Yeah, she probably doesn't want to see her.
Yeah, of course.
The reason I blocked her was to protect my peace.
Yeah,
I did not want to see anything she had going on. I didn't know if she had daughters, sons. I didn't know anything about her. And the last thing I want to address is this narrative that I forced my husband to make videos. I know that we've always had
just a dumb thing to say. Like, you cannot, like, she and her husband are both adults, I think. I'm going to assume that she's not fucking, you know. And absolutely, she probably encouraged it, but he could have just said, no, I really don't want to do it. If you had, we've talked about this before when we did podcasts, we stopped for a while because you're like, I really just don't want to do this. And then we kind of had this we had like a 3 hour, maybe not that, but it was like a 3 hour long conversation when we were, when I got that band, the false band, they undid it. We were on the car, but like, what if we did a podcast channel and we had a really big conversation about everything, about what kind of content we wanted to make, what type of audience we wanted to generate, what we wanted to name it, what we wanted to...
What I didn't want to do.
What you didn't want to do?
What would be like my limit to say, I'm not doing this?
Yes.
Do I remember what that was? No, but I remember.
But I feel like I'm adhering reasonably to those, I think. You know? You set boundaries, and like, if you had said, I'm not doing this, we wouldn't be here right now. You're an adult. I'm an adult. You can't force unless she's something extraordinary is happening. It's just like she's like, "Hey, I want to do some content with me," and he's like, "Sure."
Well, this is the thing, though. The other side of it is, I think that like, if forced to do it for me, that's setting off like the social media alarm in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, like to a certain degree, like if your spouse is making videos, they're annoying. And to a certain degree, you're not going to have a choice but to be in them. And their social media is going to negatively impact your relationship.
Or positively.
It could be positively, but I think it's certain that there will be negative impact.
Sure, like it comes with like a territory. There's like a lot of shit going on. Yeah,
there's a lot of shit. Your partner's constantly on their phone,
yeah.
And like,
because you're not, right?
What?
You too.
Yeah, but it's different.
Okay. I have ADHD, okay? It's always different.
There's a lot of stuff that comes with being a person whose job it is to be on social media.
Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, to a certain degree, like, you are forced to participate in it. But does that mean that I'm, like, abused, or who the content creator's spouse is, like, abused and taken advantage of? No. So that, like, this is triggering me.
Yeah, I mean, one of those things where if it really upset you that much, first of all, you can set a really hard boundary, which we could have. Or you can, like, if maybe you're growing apart and it's unfortunate, but like, you know, there's just aspects of life that's not going to be perfect. It'd be like the same thing as if you got like a job where you know, it was now a 2-hour drive, but it paid so well that you really wanted to take it. Now I'm forced to deal with the fact that you're going to be home like 4 hours less, or maybe and that sucks. But it's like similar to, there's always going to be like an issue that's going to happen that's not necessarily super controllable. Because, you know, I'm if you're as a content creator, you would take the good without the bad if you could, but you can't. You know, it's like Among Us balls. You know, it's just like, sorry.
That role where he was annoyed and I was the one who enjoyed the videos. And that was agreed upon. Social media is bringing
I guess they made that like their thing. He would be like, oh, this is stupid. And she would,
us in $20,000 a month. And that's aside from the business. And I've never put the numbers out there like that, but
Are you ready? Let me stand up.
Yeah, start twerking, baby. Start twerking.
$20,000 a month.
Yeah. Well, listen, next year.
That's when I would quit my job. Okay.
That's what I said. I said when we start, if we start making $250,000 a year, you should quit and be a stay-at-home mom with me.
But that's the thing, though. I mean, this is a conversation, but like $20,000 a month. What do you have to be doing on social media to get that? I feel like there's no way that you can make that much money on the internet without it becoming incredibly intrusive.
I mean, like last year when I was at my height, I was making more than half that. And like I was just doing video reaction and commentary stuff, although it can be stressful when you're talking about really super hot topics. I think that there's a way to not be super duper horribly controversial or like really super intrusive, you know, as a larger platform, as long as you adhere to certain standards and dynamics. You know, I think that for part of the problem is for me, like I've been in a controversial space for so long, you know, there's things that you can't, like you'll say something and it's very easily, like I live in a parasitic sphere and I'm part of the parasite problem, right? Everybody kind of like, oh, look at the judges each other on what did you say here? What did you say here? What did you say here? You know, this isn't so much that sphere. Obviously we're doing a little bit of that here, but like, it's not the same as when I used to do it in like a smaller community and everybody's like, you know. But I think that we could get there without it destroying our lives.
I don't know.
Okay, well, Among Us balls. I gotta stop saying that. It's my new thing. Sorry.
I know it was my fault.
Yeah, because she the other day I just said Among Us and she said Among Us balls and I'm like, where did that come from? She's like, I think you made it up. I realized like 2 years ago, I saw a guy on TikTok. He just kept going, Among Us balls, Among Us balls, Among Us balls. And that stuck in my head. And then it came back up. And I thought it was my creation, but it wasn't. And now I just can't stop saying it. It's your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people manage to navigate social media in a way where it's not like destructive to their personal life. You know, we just have to just set a solid boundary.
I think I just disagree with you.
Okay, well, we'll see where the future goes.
I need you guys to know that this provides for our family. This has made us debt free. This has made us financially free. I have never forced anybody to be in a video with me. And he even offered to continue making videos with me even if we're no longer together. And I respectfully declined. So am I this evil person that forced her husband into doing something he didn't want to do? No. This is quite literally a job. Just like any other job that might get in the way of a relationship. You guys are telling me that I've let an app ruin my marriage. I wanted to keep this information private. I wanted to work this out in my marriage. But somebody wanted their 15 minutes of fame and they got it. I reached out to her and I apologized for the backlash she was getting from my followers.
I wouldn't have. Why?
No.
I would have been. That's terrible. You should not harass people at all. But I'd be in the background.
You should not go get her.
Don't get her. No, seriously. But I wouldn't. I would be like, good, fuck her. Like I wouldn't encourage it, and you shouldn't do it. That's the logical, sensible human. But the emotional is like, fuck that bitch. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, who cares? I don't feel bad
I
for
think
you.
that the best and biggest fuck you is ignoring somebody's existence.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a commenter. I'm not going to comment in support. I'm not going to comment negativity. I am just going to not engage.
Yeah.
And if we're talking content creators, that would be the biggest blow.
True. Just don't give her the attention. That's based. Yeah, that's true.
And I told her personally that none of my posts had anything to do with her. And then she continued to say that I was targeting her and bullying her. And I know y'all don't know me personally, but anybody that knows me in real life knows that's just not me. That has never been me. I have never bullied anybody a day in my life.
I used to bully people all the time. It's terrible stuff. Then I went on Ritalin and I used to get bullied because I was so like, God gave me karma. But now I know what it's like to be the bully and the bullied. I'm a fully formed human being.
I know I sound irritated, and it's because I am.
Well, yeah, of
but at the
course, I
same
would too.
time, I understand that I have put so much of my life out there on social media, and a moment like this was bound to happen. And I'm going to take it on the chin. But one thing I just cannot tolerate is people speaking bad about my family. And my husband is my family. Whether we work this out or not, he is my family. And last thing. You guys are so ride or die. I have received so much love, so much support from you guys. And I appreciate all the messages, all the comments that I've seen. I've tried to stay off TikTok the last couple of days because it's overwhelming. It's too much. I still have 2 children to take care of. I still have a job to do. And I know this has all been just entertainment for everybody, but this is my life. And I didn't want to even address this or entertain this. But I reflected on it. I thought
She should have put a sponsorship in here.
Does she do OF?
I don't know. I guess we could look after. I mean, look on the... Yeah.
about it, and because I have so many people that are there for me and that are concerned about my well-being right now, I will make a video to address it. And the last way I want you guys to show your support is by bullying this person or threatening this person. I don't want...
She sells hair gel, because I think that's some of the meme that she does. She puts a lot of hair gel in her hair. So she has her own hair gel. That's an interesting idea.
that. I don't want that. I have nothing against her. I'm irritated that I'm being lied on. I have nothing against her. None of this is her fault. What's going on in my life?
Well, like her getting bullied is her own fault. So an itch. I'm sorry, baby.
I honestly didn't listen to anything she just said for like the last 20 seconds. I was looking at your phone.
Oh, to see if she had an OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing. Okay, just
her fault. This is something me and my husband need to figure out. And I wanted so badly to keep so much of this information private, but I wasn't given that opportunity. But that's
she was saying that it's not the other girl's fault.
Yeah, she was saying she doesn't blame her. It's not her fault.
Oh, so like that's the thing. Like you could say that, yeah, because like if the actual interaction between her husband and the girl is their marital problem, like yeah, like that's not that girl's fault.
That's fair.
However,
well, her getting it bullied is her own fault.
Her going all over TikTok and being stupid is 100% her fault.
Absolutely. True that.
If I chose, I guess. I love you guys, and for now, I need to log off.
All right. Well, I thought that was I think overall, I mean, I tend to like her. She seems like a good person. She seems like a normal person.
Yeah.
It sucks that what happened to her. I respect that, like, she's like, hey, this is my situation to deal with my husband. Like, fuck off. It's his fault, but I respect that as well.
Listen, I feel like in this segment, I talked a lot of shit. And whenever I talk a lot of shit, that makes me feel anxious.
Why?
Why? Because, like, I'm, like, a person who's, like, don't talk shit. Or, like, don't be, like, in this internet BS. And here I am doing that, you know?
Yeah.
However, that girl's stupid as hell. And, like, she is just really thinking about herself too much.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
It's really a shame.
I agree.
And, like, I hope that, like, eventually she gets some self-respect.
Jesus Christ. I agree.
For real, that's like, it's crazy. Like, I can't imagine doing something like that to try to get some numbers.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, like you're selling your dignity for some numbers. You know, that's actually
because there was literally nothing that could have pinpointed to her. And again, like that, I swear, like her doing that is another sign of just being on social media and not actually having anybody to talk about in real life. Because if I went to my friends and was like, hey, do you see this girl? She's talking bad about me. I would hope, and I would be the friend to be like, I think maybe you're looking into this a little too much. Like, I understand why you might feel some type of way, but I don't think she's talking about you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But instead, you're just going to make a video. The thing that's crazy is that you see her kids running around behind her, which is not a problem. Like, parents do things and, like, your kids are running around. But, like, it's the fact that, like, you're just trying to blow up somebody's business when you're inappropriate and, like, you just don't care.
Yeah. Your kids running around digging through the drawers. They can get fucking hurt. One time I got stuck in a drawer. My mom took a picture of it because I got stuck in a cabinet.
That's silly.
Yeah. And she laughed and got me out.
I don't know. I don't like her. That honestly irritated me.
Yeah, she's a big penis poop. I'm going to adjust. End scene.
We gotta get 2 new chairs.
Once we start making $20,000 a month, babe, we're going to be all about chairs, tables, ladders. It's going to be fucking nuts. So how are you feeling energy-wise today?
I think I'm feeling fine.
Okay, because we got... This is what I'm saying. Like, we could potentially do 2 days. I mean...
No.
Once we start making $10,000 a month.
Then that'll be enough to maintain doing 1 day a week.
I love you. That's a smart thing to say. You're right. We just have a lot of content. We like to talk. I love to talk. It's my pastime. Do you want to talk about the Facebook bullying group?
I do. I just need 1 moment.
Yeah, take your time, baby. Stunkabingus. That's what I call my wife.
Stunkabunga.
When did I become Southern? Well, once I met my sister, I said, God damn.
All right.
Is that
so, folks?
Okay, go ahead.
As we all know on this channel, Facebook is full of nothing but drama, and especially when it comes to Disney adults.
Yeah.
So, in addition to my Disney World group that we reviewed a few weeks ago,
our weekly obligatory Disney segment.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
I am a part of another Facebook group that is specifically for plus-size people attending the Disney parks. This group is meant for plus-size people to share their experiences, like what rides people fit onto or not, anything they might have struggled with, to clothing for Disney bounding and stuff like that, or just general travel information, knowing about... like seat belts on planes or like the extra seat protocols and stuff like that. It's a very helpful group.
It's like Ned's Declassified for fat people.
Yeah. Now with that, as anything else, there are people who are super cringe. I'm a person who believes in wanting to be the healthiest you can be, and
Absolutely.
that with being fat comes health issues.
1,000%.
There's people in this group that don't align with that, but
they're silly
like I
gooses.
said in our last segment, I'm not going to comment in support. I'm not going to comment in
what are you going to do? Start arguing with every person that you really shouldn't be fat. We shouldn't either. But we know it's unhealthy and we're working to be better every day. But you can't. The people who make cringe posts in there, that's like, oh my god, this. I don't know how bad they are because I'm not on the group. But what are you supposed to do? Go and talk to them every single day? You know what I mean? What are you supposed to do? DM them? Here, I'll find Jesus.
So
not Jesus.
For this week, I bring to you the drama in this Facebook group.
We censored everything.
Yes. So basically, this post stuck out to me on my newsfeed because it was a lot of text, and usually the posts aren't really that long. So, do you want to read it?
Absolutely. This is in conjunction with the names blank, so we'll call them Bungletoad. It's post from earlier. When I posted this morning asking everyone to report to the post that was made about me and the group, it wasn't because I was trying to bully anybody. What? Because I was trying to bully anybody? Let's say I wasn't trying to bully anybody?
I don't know, just read.
I wasn't even asking for anyone to message her. I just wanted the post removed as soon as possible. Why? It's not because I'm a mean girl. It's because we all have been tirelessly trying to protect all of you in these last few months. Members of this anti-fat group were infiltrating our group by the hundreds. They posted what to say to answer our questions so they could be added specifically to screenshot posts from our group to post in their group. We had to create alternative profiles to infiltrate their group so we could cross-reference every member they have with every member we have. Jesus, they went really above and beyond. We pulled many all-nighters, and I personally spent many nights sobbing because no matter how hard I was working to keep them out, they kept reappearing. We worked with an admin/mod team from other groups they were attacking to come up with a solution. We finally made this group secret. We disappeared off the radar. If they can't find us, they can't attack us. We've had a few months of peace, except for a few posts here and there. They thought we deleted the group. Okay, interesting. I don't
Go to the next one. There might be more. Yes.
Oh, okay. Until today. That post made about me and the group revealed that we do exist, and they found this post somehow. We're back on their radar, and I know they probably still have members with alternate profiles in the group. Next time, when we come to our members and ask for assistance that seems out of character for us, please trust that we have your best interests in mind. All of this was going on, and we didn't want anyone to know, so no one would worry since we were handling it. It's fair. We aren't bullies, and we aren't mean. We run this group out of love, not obligation. It acts as a second full-time job for us. Members constantly asking us needs to stop immediately. We are here for you, not against you. I am debating temporarily archiving this group. We are mentally drained over the way we have been treated lately. Jocelyn is taking a break, and I'm thinking I need to do the same. This is what we have been trying to protect everyone from. Here it all is. Please keep this in mind next time you attack us or accuse us of doing something nefarious. So what exactly is going on here?
So basically what I got from this text is that earlier in the day, one of the moderators posted like, hey, can you please like go report this person and this post in this group? And I guess it seems like it didn't really have a lot of explanation to it.
Gotcha.
So it seems like the members in this group said that like they wouldn't do it, and this person was being a bully, targeting another person.
Gotcha.
Blah blah blah.
Okay, gotcha.
So then this is another moderator who I think that this is baller. I love this. She's like, you guys are saying that we're bullying something. Next time we tell you to do something, do it. And since you're not going to do it, you think that we're acting some type of way. Here's all of these posts that we see of people coming to our group and everybody making fun of you. So these are all the things that we're trying to hide from you.
Yeah. Do you want me to show you the pages first before we go to the next one? Like the
Sure. So these are pages on Facebook. I really do like.
This is terrible.
It's terrible.
I'm sorry.
And it's a little, it gets a giggle, right? But this is terrible.
It is
and
rude.
I really do encourage people, if you have Facebook, to go on Facebook and report this group, because it's disgusting. It's literally just a group meant to make fun of people. Yeah. And if you join this group, you could go fuck yourself. Your mother doesn't love you. So this group is called The Front Butts Are At It Again. You'll see like the badges that you earn are based off of fat women.
Yeah, it looks
on the
like
internet.
different fat women, like all individuals who are like famous on TikTok and stuff.
Go back to that picture, and if you see, there's 17,000 members to this group.
Yeah, it was said as we created 2 years ago.
Like there's 27 posts daily about people just being like mean to fat people.
Mm-hmm. Over 1,000 and 1,100 in the last month.
So that's the one group.
Yeah, and this is the other group, right?
Yes. The fat didn't appear magically.
This is another bully group?
Yes. 20K members, round 5. Biggest they ever got was almost 16,000. And that's before this one. 59 posts a day.
I don't understand how they get so big without Facebook deleting them.
I don't understand how this is okay too. And these are groups with rules where you have to request to join them. So you'll see that obviously this is a screenshot, but it says rules. If you click on that, like on Facebook, it would come up with a list of rules and questions that you have to answer in order to join the group.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. So page 3.
So these are like all the things that people are saying.
Okay, so she wants to dress up as a character who's a toddler.
So this is just weird. She's dressing up as Boo for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. And it's like, it's not that bad, right? But it's just like shut the fuck up. And like, why is it weird? Someone's dressing as a Disney character. That's weird itself. You know, but like throwing like the stink on it of like, oh, she wants to dress as a toddler. That's supposed to say that this fat person is also a creep.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to. Even though it's just, I mean, they're just a weirdo because they like Disney.
Yeah.
I need help choosing what outfit to wear as Boo for yeah, it's not that deep.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's what the group that I'm a part of is like fat people, mostly women, just feeling comfortable to be like, here's my fat body in these 3 pictures. Like, which picture do I look best in?
Yeah. All right. Is this comments under it?
This is like the reply to that post.
I don't know. That sounds like a pretty scary Halloween party if she'll be there. Okay. I thought she meant Big Boo from Sunny Bunny. I don't know what the fuck that is. They have the same figure. What the fuck are they talking about? What? I'm just confused. What is Big Boo from Sunny Bunny? What the fuck is this? Oh, okay. It's a kids show. Okay. Go as a monster instead. The light pink top, since it covers some of the arm flab. Wow, incredible. It's interesting because first of all their mothers are probably obese, and second of all, like you wouldn't say this in person. Like why be so brazen? The only reason that they're saying it is because they're anonymous. Like they're generally anonymous. Like why be disrespectful? Like I'm not even saying like fat people. Like I get it. I watch My 600 Pound Life. It makes me a little uncomfortable too. But you don't see me going around bullying people. Like, for what? Why does that get you going? Like, that's sad for you if your biggest thing is I'm gonna sit and on his Facebook group and like for hours just looking at fat people. Like, that's obsessive behavior.
Yeah.
You went through a questionnaire that took you like 20 minutes to go through so you could join a fat bullying group so that you could sit all day and just go, wow, look at these people. This is so disgusting. That's sad. You're obsessed. That's an obsession. You're as obsessed with those people as they are with food. Sorry. But it's like so that. Stupid. It's just like why? Like why? That's just pathetic. Honestly.
I'm gonna be referencing. So I'm on my phone.
She's gonna show me the pictures of the guys, just me, because we're not looking to like turn this into a thing. Because she said I'll laugh at them.
All right, I don't see anybody that I have right now.
This is the next one. The post itself, the original post is, I've seen some people worry about the carousel and y'all ride it. It was so fun and my weight, about 500 pounds, didn't affect my ability to ride it at all for sure, or do it. Okay. $4.95. You have to try for that. That's probably
so
more
again,
like
it's just a post of a fat person being like, "Hey, like I was able to ride this ride."
Yeah, that's what
and
the
so
group's
like
for.
you can too.
And again, you shouldn't be that overweight, but like, why join a fat Facebook group, hate group? It's so bizarre. I feel like an obese whale at 195. What the fuck? I've got lost in her TikTok the other day. It's truly disgusting.
So that girl, the one that said I got lost on her TikTok the other day, it's truly disgusting. This is her.
Wow.
Ready? Are you ready for this good one?
Hold on, go back.
Look at her. That's her who said it.
No, that's not really her.
Yeah, it is.
That has to be fake.
No, that's her. That's her real face.
Are you sure they didn't make a fake profile?
No, like because I went through these, and obviously I'm the one that blacked out the names. So I did go through each individual profile, and I did report them for bullying because what they're doing is disrespectful. But I wanted to see what they looked like.
That's her actual profile.
That's her actual
profile.
profile.
Are you sure that's not a troll?
I'm 100% sure.
She looks like a troll.
Because like I really am curious, like who is the person that is going on the internet joining a group to bully someone, and is apparently someone who looks like they are in 2013 with their eyebrows.
I don't know, babe. It just looks like she needs to go to the dentist. My thing is like I'm thinking that might be like a troll profile that somebody set up. Because there's no way.
It is a full profile.
Really? That's how glass houses, man. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ. Wow. That was horrific. I'd rather be fucking 500 pounds than look like that. Holy fuck. Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel bad like talking shit, because everybody is beautiful to someone, but when you're being a shitty person, like you deserve to get treated like shit. I don't know.
Yeah. That's a group, good lord. Gobbles the Poor Carousel. I think they mean God bless.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe Gobbles. Oh shit, that's one of my fans. That's a half a fucking ton. It's a quarter ton. What? I mean, I wouldn't be making fun of fat people if I couldn't even do basic math. So that's why I don't make fun of fat people. This is the new post. This is the post itself, and then we'll, the core post.
This is like sad. I wouldn't post this, but this, like, I could have empathy for this person.
Yeah. So today's my last day in Disney World. My friends and I are in Magic Kingdom. We were online for the Winnie the Pooh ride. We have a 5-year-old boy come up to me saying, "You need to take better care of yourself because you have a belly." All the parents had to say was, "He means well." Damn. I'm currently in the bathroom in Fantasyland crying about it.
Like, that's sad. And I would smack my kid in the mouth. If
if our kids did that, smack them and say, "Don't be disrespectful." To the parents are pieces of shit. But damn, I wouldn't have posted that though. I wouldn't have told anybody. I would have went to my fucking grave with that. And then this person said, "Out of the mouth of babes." Okay. I mean, that's just like, teach your kids some respect. Again, like, you shouldn't be that overweight, but have some decency. Jesus. If a kid came up to me and said that, I'd probably be like, "You're 100% right, little man. You don't want to get a belly like mine. Stay healthy." Okay. Who the fuck has such a fragile ego that they gotta go cry in the bathroom because some kid said LOL? What? I don't know. Okay. A little disconnect. I mean, I don't think this person is allowed around kids. It's probably why they don't know. No, but they probably like. I mean, I could see why somebody would get that upset about it because if you're that overweight, because it sounds like that person was more overweight than us.
Yeah.
And that means that you have a problem. You have an addiction problem. You have an eating problem. You have a dependency problem. You have an issue that's far more than, hey, you know what? It's not like when fat people overeat. It's like, you know what? I think I'm just going to eat more and be fat today. It's just a bad relationship with food. It's eating when you're upset. It's eating when you're happy. It's an addiction. Like the food food in general is very addictive, especially like very fatty, sugary, foods. It's a rough one out there.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking base.
And the other thing too is that like the things that hit you the most is when you're just trying to exist. Like this woman's in Disney World. She's probably already stressed that she can't fit on rides or she's having a hard time walking around. Mm-hmm. And then like some little asshole kid has to say something. Like that would hurt my feelings more than somebody like some grown man pointing at me and saying, "Hey fatty,"
Yeah. You think this would be a wake-up call, but I doubt it is. Even a heart attack isn't enough of a wake-up call for most of these people. Incredible. I bet you they went to this group and blocked everyone here. I can't find this group. Okay. Well.
So, like, they're looking to find the group.
Yeah, that's obsessive behavior.
Weird.
It's obsessive
literally
behavior.
Weird.
This is another example of what I always say. How many times have I said this? Virtue bullying. Oh, they're fat. It's unhealthy. So I'm doing a good thing by calling it out. That's the lot, and it's not true. They don't care about health. They don't give a shit. These are the people who fucking drink 9 beers and fuck their sister. They don't care about health. It's a virtue bully. It's like, oh, fat. They think it's disgusting, and they have a disgust response, and so they're like, you know what? It's unhealthy. I'm gonna justify my bullying by saying it's unhealthy in bed. But this doesn't make anybody not fat. Bullying fat people doesn't make people not fat, because if it did, we'd have less fat people. We enter we enter a new age of addictive substances, and people cope eating. And also, like, we don't move as much anymore. We have technology just to really drastically change things. And we have bad education when it comes to, like, diet and nutrition.
We have
and
bad
exercise.
legislation.
We have bad legislation. Conservatives won't even let us have fucking healthy food for kids in schools, let's be honest. People are not nearly as active. Diet culture is terrible. Biggest Loser was glorified. You lost 20 pounds this week? Good job. Unhealthy to lose that much weight. It's just that it's a problem from all around. There's systemic problems. There's addictive food substances, an ineffective FDA. There's so many issues. And like at the end of the day, as a fat person, you're the only person that could change your weight. But there are so many structures around it. And there's more like hate and vitriol for fat people than there are for any drug addict or anybody who smokes cigarettes or anybody who overdrinks alcohol. If somebody who's addicted to cigarettes or alcohol, oh yeah, this guy's going through a lot. But if it's a guy addicted to food, oh, fat piece of shit. Okay. You just find it disgusting. You wish that they could hide it because you look at that and go, ew. And like you can't separate yourself from your fucking dumb emotions. That's what it comes down to. I would never have the audacity or sheer confidence to post something like this. How could they not read that out loud to themselves and realize how absurd their weight is? If you have to ask this question and don't realize what a fucked up mess you are in.
Okay. I get to show you this person.
This isn't a real profile, babe. There's no way.
That's the same girl. So this girl, the reason why I'm showing this, because I truly, like, it says a lot. This girl has a picture where she is showing, like, her arm, and you could see that there's a lot of scars on it.
She's a drug addict, yeah.
The reason, well, no, I think, yes, from the other picture we see that. God. But I'm saying that because there's scars of self-harm, which... Yeah. Talks about
like you're dealing with your own shit.
Points to something, dealing with your own shit, like maybe having like hatred towards yourself in some way, and like yet you're on here making fun of somebody.
Yeah, it's like,
but that's her eyebrows. It's always the eyebrows.
It's like she's pointing the finger to other people, so that like it's like I'm not bad. Look at how bad they are. Yeah, like listen, how bad these.
Again, I'd rather weigh as much as I do now than look like this girl and act like this girl 100%.
1,000%. No, the thing is that I still think that these might be troll accounts, but
they're not, babe. They are like thorough Facebook accounts that like have years of posts and pictures.
My thing is that that's disgusting. They have the audacity. Bro, I'd rather be fucking 1,000 pounds and look like any of them. They're horrible. I have the self-awareness. This one is horrible. That one is disgusting. I would throw up. If I was a little full, because I eat too much, I would puke.
All right.
Sorry. It's weird that they okay. Clearly they have okay. This genuinely makes me sad. I've seen several heftos at Disney struggling, stuck betwixt the rails that carry the parade floats through the park, drenched in sweat and straining hopelessly with their frustrated and helpless-looking family members attempting to aid them. It completely ruins my vacation having to be downwind of them, and I don't even understand why they do that to themselves. What the fuck? That's just like unhinged. That's like if you're writing poetry about how fat people upset you, you have you have something wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
Unblur the group. This is in immediately. Okay. Yo, does anyone have 2 accounts? Please join all the fat Disney groups on your main. Never comment on anything. Then use your alts to post all the pics here and in. Fat shaming works. Their spies aren't stupid. Let's counter with something they can't fight. Okay. I think that's the last one. No, it's not.
Well, no, there's this one before it, I think. Like underneath him.
Oh, I'd be so depressed if I was so big I couldn't do anything fun.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what that says. Okay, so what is this?
Okay, so now this is
your last post.
So this is the troll that they were talking about in like the original thing where the moderator of my group was asking group members to report somebody. This is them. And they're still in the group, so they screenshotted that original post from my group that we read.
Okay.
And now this is them commenting on it.
So this is the troll.
Yes.
Since someone from this group is still feeding this psychopath information, I have no choice but to archive the group. She's clearly unstable.
And no, I'm sorry. This is the moderator again.
Yeah, that's what I figured. She's clearly unstable, and I need to protect myself first. I don't deserve to be personally attacked like this or called names. We will be taking 2 to 3 week break, and then I'll open the group back up. Jocelyn and I have reached our breaking points. Shaming groups, shaming them. Can't make this shit up. Yeah, this is the last post that you have. Oh, you want to read this?
Is it? No, that's the first thing we read. Are you sure that's the last thing I sent?
This is everything that you sent, baby. That was this post here. That's everything that you sent.
Okay. I think I'm missing some. But anyways, just to show my husband some other people who were involved in it. So this girl, nothing much, but it's just like, why are you making fun of people? This boy is in the fat group making fun of people.
He looks like he has ringworm around his whole mouth. He looks like I would if he was around a school, I would call the police. Like, not because for either of those reasons. I think he might shoot up. This is terrible.
This is my favorite one. This woman was in one of those comments. Or literally at Disney and being fat.
Speaking negatively?
Yes.
Oh, she definitely hates herself.
Yes.
She's definitely like, I'm not that fat.
This is another kid.
You are. Okay.
And then the one who is like stirring up all of the drama and like posting stuff that the moderators were asking to block is this girl.
There's no way this isn't. This has to be a troll
account.
That's the
thing. Like, it's just bullying is always based off of self-hatred.
These people are horrible looking. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. Like,
they're the ones like who were bullied and now they've taken on the bully role.
She looks like she grew up on a farm and got kicked in the fucking skull by a horse.
Like, it's crazy.
Like, holy shit.
And like, again, like, I hope that they have people in their lives that think that they're beautiful and can make them feel more whole so they stop being such hateful pieces of shit.
Yeah.
But like, goddamn, like, these people really look like you stepped on them and they're trying to make fun of the way other people look.
True. It's fucking pathetic. That's crazy.
So that's our Disney segment of the week.
Yeah. It was a good segment. That's fucking crazy. Those people are so ugly.
I know. I wish we could have showed them.
No, we have to maintain levels of a professional behavior and boundaries. So. Ooh. Baby, I love you. Okay, so we got a couple other things. We got the Pope segment. It doesn't seem like you're super into some of these segments. What do you think about the Pope segment?
No, I don't care about the Pope.
She doesn't care about the Pope segment. Okay. What do you think about this Dylan Mulvaney segment?
I literally care less.
No, okay. What do you think about this Pearl segment?
Indifferent. How long is it going to be?
It's, I talk like a fucking dog, so. It's only like a minute long, though.
Do you think?
The video's only a minute long.
She's just so stupid. But she's also like kind of not actually stupid because she's doing it all for the money.
All for the money. La 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 la. Okay, let's do a Pearl segment. I came across. It's just a quick TikTok. I know you don't like long form videos. So I was like, yeah, let's watch it. It's only like a minute long from some page. It's her thing going, do you think women are smart?
Do you think women are smart?
Yes, I do.
Where's the female Elon Musk?
Oh, where's the female that's literally talentless, that grew up in a rich family, that buys companies and says that he founded them, and then it turns out he doesn't. That's Elon Musk. He's not very intelligent. Like on it, like I watched a whole documentary on this guy. Like he inherited a ton of money from his family, and then he like would jump into and buy other companies, and then be like, "I founded this company." And they'd be like, "No, you didn't." He was not even that smart. But anyway.
Okay, so here's the thing. I love you. We could finish this.
Yeah.
But I want you to be super duper aware that this video is made for people like you to watch it and react to it, to like have people be aware of her.
You're saying let's just not even do the segment then.
Yeah, like she
Okay.
was like stupid, and this is meant to be talked about.
Ah,
you know,
gotcha. Okay, let's
like there's no thought to actually have on it.
Okay, we're
You know?
gonna move. We're not even gonna do it. That's fair.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, okay, fair enough. I love you.
I love you too.
Fuck it.
I'm just like, I'm over it. She's faking it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
Okay.
not worth like having like an intelligent conversation over it because she's not being real.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, I mean, fucking based. All right, there's a couple of different things here we got. I don't know what I want to do. We have these different little things. Are you burnt out?
I'm not as burnt out as I am concerned about when things that I want to eat are closing.
Okay, I mean, we could end it here. I mean, or we could try to get one little one in there because there's a couple of things. This can be saved for later. What if can we do this one?
Yeah.
I think this is I wanted to share this with you. There's this trend going on, and it's from this one girl at the core. What unserious generational curse are you breaking? And they said, I throw away stained Tupperware, and we open more than one box of cereal at a time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I used to hate that.
It's smart. I thought this core of the video, this response was interesting. I wanted to know what you thought about it.
What unserious generational curse are you breaking?
I am a product of somebody who broke a generational curse, so please, please, please genuinely do it. My dad would not.
I wonder what if the curse was not wearing tacky scarves?
An ascot?
An ascot. It's nice. I'm just jumbling. I'm just being a goose.
Not allow people to talk about my body ever, not once, not my parents, not my body. If there was a pimple, no, he would not allow anybody in my family, which is a very, very common thing to talk about, like, oh, are you gaining weight, losing weight? If he would hear that, he would confront somebody so fast. My memory of people talking about my body is more about my dad confronting people and telling them to shut up.
She censored herself.
So please break these curses, because I have to say, like, I think I look great. I've never worried about going to a...
She looks certainly much better than all the people bullying fat people on that group we just did on the last segment. Those people that were bullying the fat people were weirdly like, I'm traumatized. They can make a group about them.
family functioning and hearing anything like that, because
Bullying is bad.
I know my dad.
So I thought this was just interesting.
Yeah.
And I came from a family. I got a family of chop busters. Okay, and I love my family, but I remember for a long time they would make fun of me for how I looked, and it wasn't personal. They did it to everybody. But
I was gonna say that's just a thing that people say to kids.
It's just a thing. Like when as I was getting older in my teenage years, it's like, oh, you used to be such a cute baby. What happened? Or like, does your face hurt? Because it's sure killing me.
Yeah.
But I remember, and I know that they're all jokes, but I remember, especially as a young person, feeling like, oh, that hurt. And I think it did have a negative impact on my self-confidence. And no, they didn't mean it at all. They probably happened to them, and I'm like, damn, like maybe we should do this with our kid.
I like the idea of it. I had like other experiences that made me feel some type of way about my body.
Okay.
Where like there's somebody in my family who would like she would weirdly talk about me not wearing a bra when I was like 7.
Why would you need to wear a bra?
And like she would make comments because I had little titties happening.
Okay.
But I was 7.
Yeah.
And bras are uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not wearing right now. And I'm 28 years old. My titties are tittying more than they were when I was 7, all right? So like she would like say stuff, but like, oh, she's not wearing blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And like, so like she was just super fucking weird. Not in like a
not in
like a predatorizing way,
No.
but like she still talks about people like kissing. She says necking, so she's just like one of those.
Yeah.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about, but it just sounds like a really old-fashioned conservative, like.
Nobody likes her.
Oh,
So like I had that, but then also what else is interesting is that I grew, which this is different than this, but it made me feel like a way about my body. And my Grammy would, you know what? I love that bitch. I would say this to her face. She says shit about my body that makes me feel like a pile of shit.
Does she?
Yeah.
She's so accepting in general.
Oh, are you saying that like funnily?
No, your grandmother is very accepting in general.
I'm going to say this. See, this is one of these situations where I'm going to share something on the internet that I don't want to, but I'm going to share it for the story.
Okay.
If I ever express to her that my back is hurting, she'll tell me it's because it's my fat stomach pulling on it.
Well,
a rude ass bitch.
I mean, listen, our weight does have an impact on our body. She's saying it out of love. You know?
Anyways, I also grew up with the men in my family, like always talking about women that they found attractive.
Yeah.
And I just always knew that I wasn't that.
That's so interesting. I didn't think about that because, like, that's an older. When I was at the bus company, there were some younger guys and some older guys. The older guys would always talk about women in like a weird way. We didn't really talk about women that much. Like we did, but it wasn't like objectifying. We were like, oh, this girl's cute. This girl's not bad.
You're saying at the bus company? I was going to say your family because all your family are like long time married.
Oh,
men.
they don't talk about women at all, and they don't disrespect women at all in our family. In fact, they don't make jokes about ugly kids if they're women. It's only for boys.
It's a boy thing.
So sexist. They're half right though. But like older guys, they're so brazen about it. Like I told you, one of the guys that we used to work used to like follow girls to their cars when they weren't interested in that were like, teenagers. Some of them he didn't know that they were that young, but he's like not. He was a fucking creep.
Yeah.
And yeah. So it's just so uncomfortable. I didn't think about that though, the way that it could have an impact when you talk about, like, you overhear, especially as a woman, because I know that because girls have different experiences with their bodies than men. Usually they're held to higher beauty standards than guys are. I didn't think about like the impact that could have on a girl. So I'm definitely not going to do that. I'm not going to talk about women's bodies around my.
But that's the thing, though. The way that you would talk about women's bodies would probably almost like affirm, because you like big, fat, hairy women. So like if I was little, I would be like, oh, maybe somebody would love me one day. But for me as a child, it was like, oh, I'm never gonna be
blonde, fake
like
tits.
this skinny with blonde hair and big tits.
Yeah, big fake tits.
Yeah,
like bimbo looking girls. That's wild. I also have another thing though. Is like, is there an acceptable level, for lack of a better term, of bullying that a kid needs to experience? And I only say that as this. I'm 32 now. 33. I'm fucking 33, bro. Damn. I'm an adult, and I feel like I have a relatively thick skin. Like, people can make jokes or comments about me and my body and I just don't care anymore. And I feel like if I had been protected as a young person, would that have made me less able to handle it now?
I don't think that it's protection as much as positive affirmation. And I'm assuming about this situation, but this girl, if her dad was to go as far as to like cut things off the moment he said it, it sounds like he also just like had a positive environment for her as well.
Okay. Well, I guess you just learned to cope differently. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I guess like instead of like, oh, whatever, because my perspective, I guess, are both of ours, like, you can't say anything to me that I haven't said to myself, right?
Yeah, and like I was gonna say that, like, because you said like people don't hurt you. No, I got my feelings hurt constantly. Like when people like make fun of me, or like when we last made videos and like we were like just really involved in a drama situation, and people started just making fun of my weight, and there was that other like piece of shit that like looked at our wedding pictures. That made me feel terrible.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like over feeling that way. And that's okay, because it's not right to talk to somebody and make fun of them, especially like that. It's like a stupid saying, but like if a person can't change it in 5 minutes, you don't talk about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
So like I still get my feelings hurt now. Nobody will ever, and this is not a challenge, but nobody will ever say anything worse than what I've already said to myself.
Yeah.
That is 100% true.
Yeah.
But getting made fun of makes me feel bad.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
like
just the
when
way
people
that
make fun of me for being fat and stuff like that.
Me neither, I guess. I don't care as much, but I understand what you're saying. But I guess I don't like it either. But I guess instead of having the coping mechanism of like, oh, I've said worse to myself, it'd be the coping mechanism of like, oh no, I love myself.
Yeah, like no, like
Damn.
like it's okay that I have this, or it's okay that I don't have that.
People used to make fun of me for having such a big dick. I'm so self-conscious.
You're so stupid.
I'm just kidding. I have a tiny penis. Okay. Well, I just thought that was an interesting conversation. I want to be a decent dad. I'm gonna be a pretty good dad.
I like this trend because I've seen like other videos, like people are like, you know, my thing that I'm gonna break is that we always have McDonald's money. Like if you want to eat out, I worked all day, like I don't want to cook either, you know. And I think stuff like that is funny. That cereal box thing is funny because I remember being little and wanting to open like the second box of cereal that's better, and like not being allowed to.
Yeah, that one's fair though, because it's like a money thing. You don't want it to go to waste.
And like
I guess that's why people put their cereal into cereal containers so they don't go bad.
Yeah. And I've been thinking a lot, I'm not going to talk about them here, but I've been thinking a lot to myself about like what like I want to do different from how I was raised, and like having like the knowledge of how my mom was raised, what I want to do different there.
Yeah.
I don't think my dad's side really plays a part into that.
The biggest generational thing I want to break is I want our kid to have a dad. It's not a generational thing. My
For
mother
real. No, I think that well, I don't know about your family, but I think for my family that is generational.
You think so? Like absentee fathers?
I mean, I
Or
could go
absent
back
fathers?
1, 2, 3 generations that I know of.
Really? But even your
Just because there's a father figure present doesn't mean that they're
that's
like a
fair.
good father.
That's fair. Yeah.
You know, I want
okay.
my children's father to be a father.
Fair enough. Okay.
You know?
Not just like an abuse machine.
Yeah, and I don't want our kids. We're gonna fuck up our kids, and I'm gonna do shit that they're gonna hate me for something.
They're
you
not gonna
know,
hate you.
but I don't want them to like have like a negative perception of who either of us are.
No. Oh, well, everyone's gonna make mistakes, but we're not gonna like be absent. I hear what you're saying. Okay.
And I think the two biggest things that aren't really like generational to my family, but I think just like a societal thing that I really want to talk to our kids about and find the best way to do it is going to be about food, about physical fitness, and about like I guess it goes into health, but like sexual health and consent.
Yeah.
I want to find the best ways to start educating our children on that in age appropriate ways, like as soon as possible. Because the way that we were taught, and again, not just by our parents, but like societally, like in schools, it was not conducive. Is that the word?
Yeah, I think that's the right word.
Like you could teach children in appropriate ways. I don't want our kids to be traumatized by accident.
Like sexually.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like when they do their first sexual experience, have like a horrific experience.
Yeah.
No, I mean I agree. Like I said, when I first started jerking off when I was like a kid, the first time I did it, I was so upset I didn't do it for 6 months because I didn't know what happened to my body after I finished. And like just basic sexual health education. I know that like there's some people, conservatives, like, oh my God, you can't tell a 12-year-old that they get erect. It's like, well, you know, you don't have to do it in a way that encourages anything. You just have to be like, hey, this is what's going to happen to your body. It's scary. It's like a period. Hey, this is going to happen to your body. It's scary.
That's the thing too, and I've been thinking about that while we've been going through the process of trying to get pregnant. Is that like I was taught that like if you see a penis in person, like you're going to get pregnant. And bitch, if it was only that easy. You know, and like that's because of a lack of health education.
Yeah. Well, it's like scare tactics. Like you're gonna get an STD, you're gonna get a girl pregnant, you're gonna die if you fucking. And it's like, okay, chill. So, but yeah, I want to do good for our kids. Our kids are gonna be mature enough to learn about their bodies Like, it shouldn't be a debatable thing. Like, our kids learning about their fucking bodies, you know.
Mhm.
Again, people who are so against like comprehensive sexual health education, especially that's consent driven, because that needs to be a big thing, you know, because you got to teach kids young. I mean, like, even I guess with hugs, I mean, maybe, you know, that's the thing too. You just start them young.
Yeah. And I think it really is just like teaching our children about their bodies, health wise, sexual wise, food wise, coping skill wise.
Yeah,
I was just talking to my mom about this because my mom has I'm fucking putting her on blast.
Okay.
She's been smoking.
Yeah.
And she, like, I think yesterday, what the hell is that? Is someone calling us? I think yesterday was literally like the first day she like quit smoking again. And like, I had no problem quitting smoking.
Yeah.
I really have not had any problems. I've had problems controlling my diet though.
Same.
I don't have any other coping skill except for ones that are harmful, really.
I think most people do, because the harmful ones make you feel better.
Exactly. And I think that food is the one that's ignored. And like, especially, and that's a habit that starts when you're young.
Yeah, because like your first 18 years, you know, you're being taught how to eat and stuff. So, you know, for me, again, like, I wasn't taught anything extravagant, but then we're also in the generation of people who aren't moving as much because of technology. And that's like a big killer more than anything else, is just not moving. You're going to be healthier moving around and eating too much than just eating too much. It's just a fact. You shouldn't be eating too much, but still. And we removed such a big aspect from the equation. It's not just fast food. It's also slow movement, you know? It's the goddamn video games. But when people complain, like, the video games are too violent, like, stop worrying about the violence of the video games and start worrying about your kid not fucking moving around because of the video games.
Yeah.
You know? So.
But yeah, so that's what I hope to do.
Yeah, I agree with that.
As a parent.
I agree with that. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's good for today. I'm actually burnt out. I think that's it for me. What do you think about that? So anyway, guys, we really appreciate you all stopping by here, hanging out with us for 3 hours on a Sunday. Soon we'll be doing 2 days a week.
I love you. I'm literally never doing 2 days a week.
I'm busting.
I did tell him I would play video games with him on stream during the week.
She didn't tell me. She asked me if we could. She wants to.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't want to with me, so.
I love you.
Oh my goodness, that's confirmation that you really don't.
I love you.
That you don't want to play games
I'll play
with
games
me.
with you. I got hooked up. I'm all good. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all stopping by. We love you. We appreciate it. We love you. You take care and have a good one. Give a kiss.
Well, I love you.
Kiss
Bye. I'm not.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye. Kiss the day.